One day in history, someone asked God, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. For the first time in nearly a month, the black and gold are back in the MAC, and they welcome Coweta inside these walls for a district matchup. The Buffs are looking to get back in the top half of the standings, and the Lady Buffs are hoping to shock the state against one of the top teams in Oklahoma. Can it be done? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to the McAlester Activity Center, a.k.a. the MAC in McAlester, Oklahoma. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside Wyatt Hubbard, and you are tuned into the Lady Buff pregame show here on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, on the KNED app, as well as at McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab. Video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. Tonight, we have the Coweta Lady Tigers and your McAlester Lady Buffaloes. For the first time this season, we're able to welcome back our statistician for the past 4 seasons, Wyatt Hubbard, back on the mic. Partner, how excited are you to be back on the mic for the black and gold tonight?
I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to seeing the talent that the Buffaloes and Lady Buffs put on display here tonight. You know, I've heard great things. Usually I'm back at the station producing some of these broadcasts, so I've heard a lot of good things, but I'm ready to see it in action tonight.
How weird has it been to be back over on the board after not being on the board for a McAlester basketball game since, before the pandemic?
It is very odd.
Yeah, well, we are back, and you are back to seeing the Buffs and Lady Buffs with your own eyes. So let's start off with the McAlester Lady Buffaloes looking for their first win of the season. And if they get it tonight, it'd be a pretty big one. Led by head coach Courtney Bashirs in her first season, the Lady Buffaloes are 0-7. McAlester was competitive against Tulsa Memorial, being down by 3 with just 2 minutes left, but free throws down the line made it a 57-46 loss. Every stat was identical except for 2 that highly swung in Memorial's favor. The Lady Chargers were 35% from 3 to McAllister's 11%, and fouls where McAlester committed 20 to Memorial's 10. This led to 12 of 19 from the free throw line for Memorial to just 5 free throw attempts for the Lady Buffs, where they made 2. McAlester scored a season-high 46 points, doubling their season average in steals with 10, and recorded 6 blocks when averaging 2.2 before that. So the McAlester Lady Buffaloes had these standouts. Rylan Lesnow at 16 points on 62% shooting, 5 rebounds, and 4 blocks in a single game. Avery Alberson added 6 points as well with 4 rebounds and 2 steals. But Cambry Zoomer, for the 3rd time this season, matched her career high 19 points on 41% shooting. She had 7 rebounds. All of those were in the first half. And she recorded 6 steals in that game as well. So McAllister's looking to bounce back against the Coweta Lady Tigers. They lost earlier this season, 60-38. That was back in December in Coweta. We're going to see how they are faring and how they've done since the last time that McAlester and Coweta have played. Spoiler alert, they're still really, really good. We'll take a break and be right back here in about 2 minutes with McAlester Lady Buff pregame show action here on KNED.
Now we celebrate.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. From now until the end of January, we are celebrating 10 years of serving and being a part of your community. We'll be running some of our biggest sales and service specials ever, so if you need a vehicle for the family, a truck for your business, or some economical transportation, we have it for you. So come make it happen at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula at our 10-year anniversary sale.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444485. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Pay
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks, or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. I'm Brandon Green along with Wyatt Hubbard. Here in the pregame show, we previewed your Lady Buffaloes. Now let's take a look at McAlster's opponent, the Coweta Lady Tigers, led by head coach Jade Allison. So the Coweta Lady Tigers on the season are 10-1. Their only loss was this season at a 41-27 loss to 6A Mustang. That was back before McAlester played Coweta earlier in December. Since that McAlester win, which was a 60-38 win back on December 17th, they beat Pryor 57-33. They beat Edison Prep 58-24. They defeated 4A number 19 Holland Hall in the Route 66 Invitational. The rest of the tournament was canceled, so they beat him 47-33, and then also defeated Will Rogers 46-34. So Wyatt, it's not like they're just beating these teams; they are beating them handedly. This Coweta Lady Tigers team has been very impressive. They're on a 7-game winning streak. Again, their only loss was back on December 7th, so it's been over a month since these Lady Tigers have lost, and no team has scored 40-plus points on them since 4A number 3 Glenpool on December 10th in a 57-51 Coweta win. So even when they're giving up points, they're still winning those games. Again, they're averaging 47 points per game on the year. They're giving up only 33.5 points per game on the year. And all players 1 through 5, we saw it back in Coweta, they are capable of hitting the 3-ball, and they play very good defense. They're able to score from inside the paint or outside. But again, 10 out of their 12 made shots in the first half against McAlester were from beyond the arc. So as we look at the McAlester Lady Buffaloes in that game, they ended up making 16 threes, the Coweta Lady Tigers did. That accounted for 48 of their eventual 60 points. Paired this with the offensive rebounds total of 15-7. It just was not meant to be for the Lady Buffaloes that night. But the bright spots, McAlester was 10 of 10 from the free throw line, all in the first half. McAlester also shot better than Coweta percentage-wise. It's just that Coweta took an extra 20 more shots. So as we look at our players to watch in this game, I'm going to hand things back over to Mr. Wyatt the Cadillac Kid Hubbard.
Players to watch for tonight include Rylan Lesnow. She's shooting at 48% on the season and averaging 12.9 points per game this season, along with 7.4 rebounds per game. Rylan is coming off of a career-high 16-point performance against Tulsa Memorial. Cambry Zoomer will look to continue her hot shooting tonight. She scored 19 points against Tulsa Memorial and played great defense with 6 steals and 7 rebounds. Lady Buffs hope her success continues here tonight. And lastly, look out for Bodie Nystrom. Look for her to be a factor down in the paint tonight. She's averaging 6.7 rebounds per game on the season, and she had 5 boards against Tulsa Memorial along with 5 points. And going into some keys to the game for this one, you want to guard against that 3-ball. Again, last time these two teams faced each other, 10 of Coweta's 12 made shots in their first half were from beyond the arc. Don't let that happen again here tonight. You will need to get better perimeter defense and put pressure on Coweta from 3 here tonight. And you want to box out. Don't let Coweta dominate the glass. Last time McAlester played Coweta, the Lady Tigers had 15 offensive boards to McAlester 7. Grab the boards and do well on the glass. Give yourself a chance here tonight. Stay out of foul trouble. Last time out, McAlester had 20 fouls, Memorial's 10. Tulsa was 12 of 19 from the charity stripe, and McAlester only had 5 free throw attempts. You can't give your opponent so many chances from the line in this one.
All right, looking at the 5A4 standings, again, Coweta is a perfect 6-0, the only team in the 5A4 standings that is undefeated in district play at plus 76. Will Rogers is second at 4-1 at plus 48. Durant 5-2 at third with plus 47. Pryor is at fourth at 5-2 plus 36. Tulsa Memorial fifth at 3-3 negative 21. Tahlequah at 6th, 1-5, negative 44. Edison at 7th, 0-5, negative 64. And McAlester at 8th at 0-7, negative 84. But if you look at all these teams, there's only 2 teams that McAlester hasn't played. Well, no, there's really only 1 team that McAlester hasn't played close in the entire 5A4 standings. They haven't played Edison yet. But it is Coweta. That's the only team that they have not played close. Again, they gave Will Rod play these teams close Can they put it all together tonight and really shock Oklahoma? Because, again, this is a team that made it to the semifinals last year in the Coweta Lady Tigers, one game away from the state championship game. Can McAlester upset them tonight to get Coach Courtney Bashir's first win in her head coach career? We're going to find out. We'll take a break, and we'll be back here in about 2.5 minutes with our starting lineups, our national anthem, and tip-off here from the MAC in McAlester, Oklahoma.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same-day or next-day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes. For over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Now we celebrate.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. From now until the end of January, we are celebrating 10 years of serving and being a part of your community. We'll be running some of our biggest sales and service specials ever, so if you need a vehicle for the family, a truck for your business, or some economical transportation, we have it for you. So come make it happen at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula at our 10-year anniversary sale.
Welcome back to Buffalo Country, the MAC, a.k.a. the McAlester Athletic Center. Activity Center, really, as the McAlester Lady Buffaloes are getting ready to do battle against the Coweta Lady Tigers. It's the 8th place team in the 5A4 standings, trying to upset the top-ranked team and one of the best teams in Oklahoma, as it will be our first of 2 games tonight. Lady Buffaloes, again, hosting the Lady Tigers, and the boys right after that. That'll be a 4 and 5 seed battle that we have. We're getting ready for the national anthem. The music has stopped. Well, we're getting ready to have our national anthem be played here in just a moment. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes, for those listening on radio, are lined up along the 3-point line around the RCAS for the Coweta Lady Tigers. They're in front of their bench that's on the right side of the scores table. We have 8 minutes on the clock, but as we're getting ready for the national anthem, Wyatt, do you have any final thoughts here?
Well, again, you're going to want to guard Coweta from 3. It looks like they are a juggernaut from 3, and they're the only team that's really you haven't played close because they're shooting so well from 3. So, again, don't give them open looks from beyond the arc tonight.
Again, the Coweta Lady Tigers, 41% from 3 back on December 17th, including 16 makes. So while we get ready for the national anthem, let's send it down to the floor with our PA.
Gentlemen, we keep removing your hats. Women, if you all stand for our national anthem. This afternoon, sung by Kenny Celesti of MHS.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what some proudly wave at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, and the ramparts
All right, partner, you ready?
Let's basketball, buddy.
All right, Wyatt Hubbard back on the mic for the first time in the new season as my color commentator / statistician, and we're ready for our starting lineups. Starting with the Coweta Lady Tigers, who again are 10-1 on the season, top of the 5A4 standings, led by head coach Jade Allison. You have number 00, Tayan Allen, the 5'7" senior forward. You have number 3, the 5'4" senior guard, J.C. Messinger. You have number 13, the 6-foot-tall senior forward, Macy Matthews. You have number 23, the 5'6" sophomore guard, Gia Dennis. And you have number 25, the 5'8" senior forward, Emerson Eischen. Those are the starting lineups for the Coweta Lady Tigers. Again, led by head coach Jade Allison, averaging 47 points per game on the season, giving up 33.5. Again, wearing their road black-on-black uniforms with the orange numerals in the front and back and orange Coweta across the front. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes are wearing their home white-on-white uniforms with their black numerals on the front and back. And here are your starting lineups as we'll send it down to the floor.
And now, live from the back, the starting lineup for your Lady Buffs. Sophomore number 1, Amber Miller. Senior number 3, Avery Albertson. Sophomore number 5, Ryland Lesnar. Number 21, sophomore Taylor Williams. And number 24, senior Shiley Mason.
I misspoke again. Gold numerals on the front and back. Gold McAlester across the front with the black and gold checkering along the sides. We're about to have tip-off. That's brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Accepts consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays and offers a 50-50 split. Consign with us and pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main McAlester behind Dollar General. And guess what? The pride of McAlester is in the house. Again, only our third home game of the season. We're about to have a lot of home games in the back half of the season.
There's just something about the McAlester band, Brandon.
No joke. Hey, after we get done with Broken Bow, by the way, we have Idabel for the Lady Buffaloes this Saturday, then Bridge Creek, then Broken Bow. After Broken Bow, the following Monday after the Bridge Creek tournament, 6 out of the next 8 McAlester games are all going to be here at home. A lot of home games on the way. We encourage you to come cheer on your McAlester Lady Buffs and Buffaloes. The Lady Buffs are going to be moving the ball left to right when they have it, and the Lady Tigers at right to left. Rylan Less now inside the circle. I believe that is with Macy Matthews. As we have the ball up in the air, tip is won by Coweta, and it's basketball time here in the Heartland. Again, on the left side of the timeline, the Lady Tigers have the basketball with Gia Dennis dribbling with the right hand. The sophomore gets to the right wing. Quick three by Taya Allen is off, and already they're not shooting as well as they did over in Coweta. They were on fire in Coweta, making 16 threes, 41% clip, but it was up near a 70% by the time the halftime rolled around. Pass to the baseline, back outside. Avery Albertson fakes pass right, goes left with the shot, and misses the three. It's going to go to the baseline, and Zoomer tries saving it, and she does so, but she tiptoed on the line, and that'll be a turnover for the Lady Buffaloes after a rebound by Cambry Zoomer in the corner. So Wyatt's getting back on the hang of the keeping track of the stats. But you got a big old iPad this time, right?
Yeah, not having to keep them up on a small phone. That helps.
So it'll be Coweta basketball, 30 seconds into quarter number 1. As Dennis picks up her dribble in the front court and looks for Allen and finds her along the far sideline. They pass it deeper into the corner and out to the high post with the ball is Messinger. Messinger back outside, far corner three by Matthews is rattled home. Macy Matthews, her range is unlimited, and she shows it off there from the far corner to give the Lady Tigers an early 3-0 lead. Pass across the timeline. They try finding Shiley Mason streaking towards the far sideline, and it's just out of her reach. Another turnover on the Lady Buffaloes, as Coweta leads an early 3-0 with 7:08 left to go in the first quarter. And that was Coweta's identity against McAlester, the three ball. They're one of the best teams, I believe, that we've seen all season shoot the three, and it's been fueled by really anyone on the floor, but especially Macy Matthews. Driving to the low post, Messinger has her shot blocked by Shiley Mason out of bounds. They'll stay with the Lady Tigers. For Shiley Mason, that is block number 3 on the season. She's had 3 blocks in the last 2 games now. She had 2 against the Tulsa Memorial Lady Chargers back on Tuesday to go with 2 rebounds. Inbound, low post. Matthews, double team, has to get the ball out and does so over to Dennis. Dennis to the top of the key, shovel pass right wing. Fakes a shot going up. Messinger drives to the baseline. Looked like she was nearly on the baseline, but she's able to get over to Dennis. Dennis driving in, is able to find a little crevice between the two McAlester Buffalo defenders and scores from the right block. Lady Tigers lead 5-0 on the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. And they will apply a little bit of pressure here along the half-court line. McAlester trying to beat this press. Matthews passes to Zoomer. Zoomer, quick overhead pass over to Lesnow. Lesnow one-on-one. Goes towards the rim. Goes up with the 2, and it rattles out. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Taylor Williams in the low post. So it will be Coweta basketball.
And it looked like that one was halfway down the hoop and just rattled out.
Lady Tigers have scored on 2 out of their 3 possessions. It's a 5-0 McAlester disadvantage with 6:15 remaining in the first. Past the right wing, Matthews hit a 3 from around that area earlier. Instead, she gives it up into the corner. Now to the low post, Dennis for 2. She's fouled on the way up, almost directly underneath the basket. And Gia Dennis will head to the line for 2 free throw attempts here. If there's anything that Coweta struggled with back on December 17th in their 60-38 win over McAlester, it was free throws. Dennis's first free throw is good, though, right down the hoop. They were 46% from the free throw line, 6 of 13. And after a Dennis-made free throw, it's 6-0 here early, trying to go 2 of 2 from the line. The talented sophomore spins the ball. Feet parallel, goes up with the 2, with the free throw, and it gets off the back iron. Coming up with the rebound is Cambry Zoomer wrestling it away from Messinger. Going down the towards the rim. She misses the shot. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Lesnow, who tried cleaning up the missed shot. 2 minutes and 1 second into the first quarter. It's a Lady Tiger again, 6-0 lead over McAlester. And now it'll be Tayan Allen taking it down the floor. Quick pass over to Matthews. Matthews takes a right wing 3 and got it again. Cannot leave Macy Matthews anywhere open. If you give her 2 feet of space, she will take advantage of it each and every time. She's got 6 out of the 9 points for the Lady Tigers. But look at Zoomer. Zooming through the Coweta defense, misses the shot. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good by Taylor Williams. And McAlester gets their first 2 points of the game. As, again, the sophomore Taylor Williams.
Yeah, and again, it's been the 3 ball so far here for Coweta early on.
Ball poked loose, stolen by Rylan Lesnow. Lesnow ahead over to Albertson. Albertson in the clear, right-handed layup. She missed a wide-open layup right off the right block. McAlester cannot miss those if they want to take off and take down the top team in the 5A4 standings. Rebounded by Coweta. They make their way the other way. 5:09 left in the first. Pass high post. Dennis thought about the turnaround jumper. Now goes to the baseline. Has her pocket picked by Lesnow as it sails out of bounds. Last touch by Lesnow, and it'll be Coweta basketball. Albertson checks out. Kaylee Knight comes in. Only substitution we have for the Lady Buffaloes, says this will be a baseline inbound by Allen. Allen finds an open lady, low post, and a foul called. This one should be on Taylor Williams, as going to the line will be Macy Matthews. Foul is on Williams. That's her first, team second for McAlester with 5:04 remaining in the first quarter. The Southpaws' first free throw again is missed. They are better at shooting the 3 ball, I feel like, in our 2 games that we've seen them play than shooting the free throw, which you don't see very often. Second free throw attempt is good. They're 2 of 4 from the free throw line, but they're doing better from 3-pointers right now. 2 of 3. 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. McAlester down 10-8 to Coweta. Pass across the half-court line is tipped and stolen by Gia Dennis of Coweta. Thought about the right wing 3, now zooms forward to the low post, back outside, top of the key. Matthews with the hand in her face, takes the 3 and sinks it. She is 3 of 3 from downtown. She's got a quick 10 points for the Coweta Lady Tigers, 10 out of the 13 points for Coweta. In her senior season, looking like one of the best shooters in the state. Into the low post, a wide open lady. Kaylee Knight takes the 2, and she gets it from the right block. So Kaylee Knight is able to get the 2, and it's 13-4. Lady Tigers defeating the McAlester Lady Buffaloes right now, but Knight is able to get her first 2 points of the season. 4:22 left in the first quarter. Top of the key, Allen feeds a high post. Dennis back outside right wing. Matthews takes another 3, and she is airballing that one off the head of a Lady Buffalo, but rebounded by Knight. Now Zoomer making her way down the floor. Top of the key stops, guarded up by Dennis. Zoomer back out between the rings to Knight to the near corner. Mason tries to feed it to a heavily guarded Rylan Lesnow. Somehow still finds its way to the sophomore Lesnow, but she traveled, and she was kind of caught between a couple of Coweta defenders.
In the game for the Lady Tigers.
3:56 remaining in the first. 13-4, Coweta leads McAlester. As Tayan Allen will make her way down the floor across the half-court line. Past the right wing into the corner now. Newly inserted into the game, Gracie Sanders for Coweta. Gets it to the right wing to the top of the key. Quickly works its way around. Left wing 3 wide open by Messinger. Back ironed. And we have a rebound here by Macy Matthews. Gets it to the top of the key for another chance for a three-pointer. That one's missed by Tayan Allen. Another offensive rebound, low post. Messinger up for two. Too strong. And we have a fight for the rebound. Last touched by Coweta. It'll be McAllister's basketball here, but not after a few different chances to be able to score on second chance points. And Coweta will press the Lady Tigers leading 13-4 over McAllister. 3:20 left in the first quarter. Mason in the backcourt. Dribbles towards the far sideline. Throws it straight to Taylor Allen of Coweta. She dribbles up to the three-point line. Straight away, wide open three on the island. She cannot make it. And getting the rebound in the corner is Cambry Zoomer. Zoomer takes it with the left hand down the floor. Coweta backpedals as she dribbles closer. Now past the low post. Knight tries feeding it to the other left block. And it was intended for Taylor Williams. And it gets knocked out of bounds by, it looked like Macy Matthews.
And good news for the Buffaloes, Coweta has now kind of cooled off from 3 of 8.
3 minutes left in the first quarter. Mason looks to inbound, can't find anyone. Now finds Les now directly under the basket, can't score. A little bit of contact, didn't get the whistle there though. I think that is a good no call. And now Coweta will move their way the other way with 2:50 left in the first. Right wing pass inside, low post. Sanders goes up for two, blocked shot. I think it was a little bit tipped there by Rylan Lesnow. It'll stay with Coweta. So Coweta basketball, baseline inbound right at the glass. 2:45 left in the first. 13-4, the Lady Tigers lead the McAlester Lady Buffaloes as the 4 points have been from Taylor Williams, who's averaging 1.7 points per game, and Kaylee Knight, who got her first 2 points of the season just a bit ago. And speaking of Kaylee Knight, she's able to get her hands in on the ball, and she's going to get a steal out of this. Jump ball, possession arrow favors the McAlester Lady Buffaloes, and Coach Bashirs will call a timeout. 2:43 left in the first. Lady Tigers lead the Lady Buffaloes 13-4 here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
2:43 remaining in the first quarter. Coming out of a McAlester timeout, they trailed the Coweta Lady Tigers 13-4. The defense has been doing pretty good this quarter outside of a few made three-pointers by Macy Matthews. Other than that, they've been doing pretty good. They just haven't been able to respond, but not a lot of people can against the Lady Tigers. They only give up 33.5 points per game on the season, and it's because of this press defense that already knocked one ball out of bounds.
Lady Buffs have had 5 turnovers to Coweta's 2.
And Zoomer tries to find Taylor Williams, and a very athletic play made by Kate Little is able to force a steal for the Lady Tigers moving the other way. They had Taylor Williams open on the other side. The pass just didn't have enough oomph, and a better athletic play by Kate Little getting the vertical to be able to get that steal. And guess what? Macy Matthews hits her 4th 3 of the first quarter. She's got 13 out of the Lady Tigers' 16 points, and they're doing it again. Here's another steal, leading to another Lesnow steal as she gets it right back, passes it over to Zoomer. Zoomer down the near sideline. She will be double-teamed. Now dribbles into another double-team by the circle. Dribbling left, reversing, going right. Shovel pass to Knight, right wing. The high post. Lesnow driving in, draws contact. There's the whistle, and we'll have 2 free throws here for Rylan Lesnow. But yeah, we're having a carbon copy of what we saw over in Coweta, as we have 12 out of the 16 points by the Lady Tigers so far from downtown, all from Macy Matthews. This trip to the free throw line is brought to you by Big V Feed Center for your animals' needs, as Lesnow hits the first free throw. Again, Big V Feed Center for your animals' needs, plus winter feed booking prices. Call 918-426-1951. So Lesnow hits the first free throw, a 73% free throw shooter, and hits both of them now, as the team leader in points per game at 12.9 gets her first 2 of the night. Lady Tigers lead the Lady Buffaloes 16-6, 1:44 left to go in the first. Pass left wing, cross-court pass to the right wing to Little. Little feeds into the paint. Now trying to drive was Gracie Sanders, but took an extra step. And that'll lead to a Coweta turnover, giving the McAlester Lady Buffaloes the ball back. Avery Albertson checks back in, and so does Bodie Nystrom. It's good to see Bodie Nystrom play this game because, again, on Tuesday, she kind of hit her head a little bit hard on the hardwood back at Tulsa Memorial. And last time that happened was against the Coweta Lady Tigers, ironically, and she missed the next game. But she is on the floor tonight. That means that everything checked out all right. Zoomer down the near sideline, lost handle, but is able to get it back after a near steal. She's again threading the needle through the defense, drives straight to the rim, and did it all by herself. Cambry Zoomer, her first 2 points of the game, and that cuts the McAlester deficit in half now to 16-8. 1:15 remaining in the first quarter. Cambry Zoomer ball handles is great, as here's a free throw line missed shot by the Lady Tigers. Getting the rebound again, guess who? Cambry Zoomer right by the baseline. She'll try to dribble past Sanders, lobs it up, trying to find Avery Albertson, just a little bit too high for her. They go off her hands out of bounds, and again, another McAlester turnover. Lady Buffaloes had 15 turnovers against Coweta back on December 17th. They're averaging 21.6 turnovers a game, which has got to come down if they want to start beating teams like Coweta. But right now, only down by 8. About 55 seconds left in the first. Coweta basketball. Far corner, three-pointer up by Sanders is off again. This one's tipped towards the corner. Zoomer will let it go, and McAlester will take the basketball. Now, if your name isn't Macy Matthews so far, you're not really hitting any threes tonight, which is a whole lot better than what we saw, like I said, back in December when all 5 on the floor were hitting threes. Just could not seem to miss. 45 seconds left in the first. Coweta leading 16-8. McAlester again trying to beat a press that they've struggled with on and off here in the first quarter. This time to get across the half-court line with a pass to Avery Albertson. She passes to the baseline. Bodie Nystrom pop and shot 2 is missed. We have a fight for the rebound with Kaylee Knight grabbing it in the corner and double-teamed, and she's fouled. This will be a second team foul on Coweta of the first quarter. Shouldn't matter. I don't think either team's going to get into the bonus here. And the foul will be charged to number 5, Kate Little, the 5'7" senior forward. Baseline inbound by Albertson with 29 seconds left in the first. She looks, finds Lesnow low post. Trouble with the dribble, goes up for the 2, and she's fouled again. Rydell and Lesnow 2 more free throws on the way. And a chance to make this a 6-point game with 26 seconds left in the first quarter.
Second foul.
In 2 of 2 from the line so far tonight. First free throw is right down the pipe. Is now checking back into the game as Macy Matthews. In for Emerson Eischen. Lesnow takes one dribble. Ball's up in the air. It hits off of the iron, and that's McAllister's first miss from the free throw line this season against Coweta. Before then, they were 12 of 12. Excuse me, 13 of 13. Even better. 15 seconds left in the first. Top of the key 3 on the way by Messinger is bounced around and it falls off. Rebounded by Lesnow. 8 seconds left in the first. Lesnow lobs into the backcourt to Zoomer. 5 seconds left in the first. Zoomer tries to get past 2 defenders. 1 second. Over to Lesnow as Zoomer hit the floor, and Lesnow was making sure Zoomer was okay as she hit the deck. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Lady Tigers lead the McAlester Lady Buffaloes 16-9 after 1 quarter of play here on KNED.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444485. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Close first quarter here between the Coweta Lady Tigers and your McAlester Lady Buffaloes. It's a 16-9 ball game. The last time that we saw Coweta play McAlester inside this gym, it was a double overtime thriller, including a buzzer beater at the end of the first overtime to send us to the second. The Coweta Lady Tigers won that ball game. They are currently riding a 3-game win streak over McAlester. The last time that the Lady Buffaloes beat Coweta was to end Coweta's season over in Sapulpa, as for some reason, it's going to be Coweta basketball. They had McAlester getting ready. They looked at the scores table, and now they're going to give the possession over to the Lady Tigers, which I think that's the right call anyway. I think that they had the possession arrow in the first place. But anyway, 16-9, the Lady Tigers lead the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. As we're getting ready to start the second quarter, as there'll be an inbound to Tayan Allen. 12 out of the 16 points for the Lady Tigers so far from the left hand of Macy Matthews with the 3-ball. She passes it up the key. Allen gets it to the high post to Dennis. Back out over to Matthews. Deep corner 3 on the way. She got another one. The best shooter in the state, Macy Matthews. I have not seen one better all season long so far from girls basketball. She's the best one. And she's hit 5 already tonight. 19-9, 15 out of the 19 points for the Lady Tigers. Right elbow, getting into the low post. Les now, double team, back outside, free throw line. Nystrom trying to find someone outside the perimeter and finds Zoomer. Cross-court pass near corner, spot at 3 from the corner by Alberson is too far off the glass, and that'll be rebounded by Tayan Allen. Double-digit deficit for the Lady Buffaloes, 7:10 left in the half. Top of the key, Allen. Passes far corner. Dennis fakes the shot, drives baseline, back outside. Pass goes towards the half-court line, but it's retrieved by Allen near the circle. Pass back over to Matthews. Now having to guard outside the perimeter is Alberson as they feed it back to the top of the key. Allen's got the top of the key 3 that's missed. Good box out, but no rebound by the Lady Buffaloes. Fortunately for the black and gold, though, it's last touched by Coweta. McAlester basketball, they haven't had a lot of defensive rebounds. Instead, they've relied on really the ball getting knocked out of bounds by Coweta so far. 6:45 left in the half. McAlester trailing 19-9. Trying to beat the press again. Zoomer does so with a dribble. Passes baseline. Bodie Nystrom pumps, drives. No one's there. Low post goes up with a tough 2 and banks it in. Bodie Nystrom's first 2 points of the ball game. And the Lady Buffaloes are once again back down by 8, 19-11. Right wing 3 on the way by Matthews. She is hot tonight.
Nothing but money from beyond the arc so far.
6th made 3. She's got 19 first half points, 18 of 22. And again, she's not just right near the 3-point line. She's about 4 feet or 5 feet away from it.
She's got all of Coweta's made 3s. 6 of 14.
Driving in, right elbow 2. She got hit. No whistle. Offensive rebound, though. And Bodie Nystrom says, I got your back, Cambry Zoomer. And that puts McAlester back on the board, but they're still down by 9 because of the 3-point onslaught from Macy Matthews. 22-13. Matthews has got the ball again, right wing. Into the corner. High post. Dennis. Baseline. Tough 2. Nearly behind the backboard. Misses the shot. And it's again last touched by J.C. Messinger, who tried rebounding on the other side of the glass. So McAlester basketball. Man, if Macy Matthews wasn't on the floor tonight, McAlester probably has a lead right now. Actually, they do have a lead right now. She's got 19 out of the 22 Lady Tiger points. Cross-court pass, finding her way over tonight. Bounce pass high post. Nystrom couldn't handle it, and it's stolen by Macy Matthews. You're going to hear her name a lot tonight. You already have. Down the far sideline, Allen.
And Coweta now with 4 steals.
The near corner, Dennis is wide open for a corner 3. Got it. Our first made 3 from a Lady Tiger, not named Macy Matthews. But again, they are money from 3 right now. 7 of 15. Again, 21 out of their 25 points from downtown. 25-13 the score. 5:09 left in the half. Past the high post. Back outside. Knight wide open for a left wing 3. Off the right side of the rim and goes over the backboard, but rebounded by J.C. Messinger as it stayed in play. Messinger down the floor. Shovel pass into the right wing area to the top of the key. Matthews trying to hit another one. And it's a hot streak that ends off the back iron. Fight for the rebound. Zoomer's got it. Zoomer down the floor. 1-on-2. Drives towards the low post. Stops. Back pedals. Takes up a shot. Airballs that one. And rebounded by Allen. With their heel near the baseline, out of bounds line. It's a 12-point Lady Tiger lead, 25-13 for those listening on radio. Simulcasting today. Here's a volleyball batted pass by Lesnow, stolen by Alberson. Her pockets picked straight to Knight into the corner. Lesnow with the ball. Lesnow driving. Low post. Tough 2 on the way. Can't get it to fall. And it goes straight over to the Lady Tigers, number 3, J.C. Messinger. McAlster's had some more shot attempts than they had against Coweta back in December. Just have not had all of them fall yet. Baseline shot on the way on the other side of the floor by Emerson Eischen falls, and it's a 27-13 ball game. Coach Bashirs will take a timeout. About halfway through the second quarter, Lady Tigers lead the Lady Buffaloes 27-13 here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks. Or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
4:03 remaining in the first half, and again, it's been the 3 ball for the Coweta Lady Tigers. That has been their advantage here tonight. They've hit 7 of those for 21 of their 27 points. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes fighting an uphill battle there, as you're facing a team that's one of the best shooting teams in the state, it seemed like, in the games that we played against them. 27-13. Left wing with the basketball for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. Zoomer, they get it baseline. There's going to be a shot that's, I don't know if that was blocked or not. Either way, it's going to be Coweta basketball. So if I'm doing my math right, they have had 23 made threes in 5.5 quarters. That's not too shabby. That'll get the job done most of the time. Matthews right wing, cross-court pass to the left wing, finds its way to Messinger, but then it's stolen by Zoomer. 2-on-2, transition the other way. Zoomer driving, contested 2 in transition, can't get it to go, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds. That's touched by Zoomer. McAllister's transition buckets have been kind of hit or miss tonight so far.
Yeah, they've had some open looks, just haven't been able to cash in.
3:25 left in the half. 27-13 our score. Allen down the floor, passes the right wing to Matthews, back to Allen. Working it quickly, left wing, Messinger into the post, back outside. Matthews takes a right wing 3. This one is bounced off, and we have a foul called on the Lady Tigers on a rebound attempt. Too much contact on Kaylee Knight. And the foul will be called on, if they haven't updated it yet, it looks like it's on Gracie Sanders. Sanders' first team foul on either team here in the second quarter. 27-13, Lady Tigers lead McAlester. Albertson between the rings has not started her dribble yet. Passes right into the angle. That pass is tipped back over to Albertson. The left wing, McAlester slowing things down a little bit, trying to find the open shot. Pass high post, left to elbow. Spin move inside. Rylan Lesnow got the Buffalo bounce. That's masterclass on how to work inside the paint. Rylan Lesnow.
Now has 5 points.
27-15, McAlester down by 12. Allen takes a straightaway 3 that finds its way to the bottom of the bucket. They hit another 3, their 8th one of the half, 30-15. The deficit is now 15 points. Zoomer bounce pass right wing. Lesnow feeds it back to the top of the key. Zoomer dribbles up to the line. Surveys, picks it up. Overhead pass left wing. Bounce pass high post. Now low post. Left block 2 by Lesnow. Nothing but net. And Rylan Lesnow all of a sudden 7 points. 30-17. McAlester down by 13. Matthews right wing. Right around that Buffalo logo that she's hit a 3 from at least 3 times tonight. Just in that one location. Instead, Dennis takes enough left elbow 2. Rebounded by Williams. Williams tried finding Lesnow quickly. And they throw it out of bounds. It'll be a McAlester turnover. Ball right back to the Lady Tigers. Checking in for the Lady Tigers is J.C. Messinger in for Gia Dennis. Little will inbound, finds Allen right front court. Pass back to Little. High post. Matthews overhead pass to the near corner. Taking it. Messinger back out to the left wing. Bounce pass right wing. Matthews takes that 3. Got it again. Rattles it home for another made 3 for the Coweta Lady Tigers. Get this. Her 8th of the game. 33-17 our score. I take that back, her 7th of the game, but still, have mercy. She's got 22 points tonight.
She's just been a force.
Less than 90 seconds left in the half, 33-17. Top of the key, McAlester working with the flow, right to left with the arc. Left wing, Zoomer looking around, passing back over to Alverson. Now further into the arc. Knight dribbles right, passes high post to Williams, back out baseline, feeds it inside, double teamed is less now, back out mid-range. 2 is up, too high off the glass by Taylor Williams, rebounded by Coweta again. 60 seconds exactly left in the first half. 33-17, Coweta with the lead. Pass right wing, Little. Little with the ball overhead, cross-court pass left wing. Wide open 3 by Messinger is taken, it's going to be off. The front side of the rim rolls straight over to Allen beyond the perimeter. She steps up, takes a long 3, and it's in and out. Rebounded again by Coweta, this time by Messinger. They'll work back beyond the perimeter, right wing. Matthews into the paint, back outside. Started away 3 by Allen is off, and this one will go straight to the out-of-bounds marker in the corner, and that will be McAlester basketball with 33 seconds left in the first half. Shiley Mason checks back in for Taylor Williams. On the floor for McAlester, Zoomer, Alverson, Lesnow, Knight, and Mason. 24 seconds left in the half. Zoomer passes between the rings to Knight. Knight dribbles past, bounce pass, high post, right along the free throw line. Lesnow drives, goes up for 2. She's fouled, and she got the shot. She shoots, she scores right this way. Miss Lesnow to the charity stripe. Have yourself a first half. She's got 9 points, looking for 10. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Chance to get double digits at the half. Lesnow can't get it. Rattles out. 33-19. 12 seconds left in the half. Coweta trying to strike one more time before the break. Left wing, Matthews. Passes right wing, Little. Little back to the high post. Matthews just inside the three-point line. Can't get the 2. 2 seconds left. Rebounded by Lesnow. And that will be the end of the half. Our score 33-19. Let's go ahead and let's look at our halftime stats brought to you by First Realty. 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
All right, welcome back over to the MAC. Wyatt, let's look at our halftime stats.
Rylan Lesnow leads in scoring at the half with 9 points on 50% shooting from the field. 3 of 5 from the charity stripe. That's good for 60%. She's also had 2 defensive boards and 2 steals. Also 1 block for Lesnow. Bodie Nystrom, she's got 4 tonight on 67% shooting. She also has 1 offensive board. And Cambry Zoomer, she has 2 points tonight. And she also has a steal. And Kaylee Knight, she also has a steal too. That's going around at your scoring. Looking at McAlester Lady Buffs overall, they are shooting 35% from the field, 8 of 23 to Coweta Lady Tigers, 11 of 31 from the field. That's good for 35%. So both teams shooting 35% from the field. Looks like McAlester 0 of 3 from beyond the arc tonight. Meanwhile, Coweta 9 of 22. That's good for 41%. From the charity stripe, your McAlester Lady Buffaloes 3 of 5. That's good for 60%. Coweta Lady Tigers 2 of 4. That's good for 50%. Getting a look at the rebounds so far tonight, looks like McAlester has 13 rebounds, 4 offensive, 9 defensive. Coweta also with 13, 4 offensive and 9 defensive. Getting a look at steals and turnovers here, looks like McAlester, they have 5 steals on the night so far, and they have forced 6 Coweta turnovers. Coweta, they have 4 steals on the night. They forced 9 McAlester turnovers, and looks like McAlester has 2 blocks tonight.
All right, so as we look at our second half keys of the game, what are we going to look at for McAlester to try to get back down by really 14 right now? They haven't really played a bad half. It was just excellent three-point shooting by Coweta once again.
No, and they're really still in this game, and really that is the difference, is the 3-ball. I mean, from the field, you're looking at, they're shooting both even 35%. So really the difference in the game is that 3-ball. You got to find a way to you hope the Coweta Tigers go cold because they've just been shooting the lights out from 3. But you got to find a way to cool them down from beyond the arc.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit more about it when we come back from break. But again, those are your halftime stats and some keys to the second half brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net. Again, 33-19, the Coweta Lady Tigers lead the McAlester Lady Buffaloes at the end of the first half. We'll be back in just a moment to break down some more keys to the second half when we return on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. Again, 33-19 is our score at the end of the first half. The Coweta Lady Tigers lead the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. Again, we had a short and condensed look at our three-point percentages and everything else with our halftime stats that was brought to you by First Realty. So, Wyatt, as we break down our keys to the second half a little bit more, again, what are the big stats that you're looking at that McAlester has to improve on?
Well, again, not only has Coweta shot 41% from three, but you're looking at McAlester right now. They're 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. And if you want to get back in this one, you got to start finding your shot from three as well as stopping Coweta.
McAlester so far in the season just an 18% three-point shooting team, so they're going to need to try to improve on that aspect. But right now, McAlester also, they've struggled with the turnovers, but not so much this game. Yes, they have 9, but they also have been able to force, it looks like, 6 themselves. So they're right there even with Coweta when it comes to the turnover battle. And the rebound battle's been completely even, 13-13. But as you mentioned, Wyatt, both teams are even shooting the same percentage, 35%. But where they are really struggling at all is the three-point ball. If you take away the 9 made threes and you even kind of cut that in half, if McAlester just has some of their own, this is a completely different game. So who are you looking at to maybe hit some of those free balls? I know that Avery Alverson has been a big name for the Lady Buffaloes from beyond the arc.
Avery Alverson, I also look forward to Rylan Lesnow. She was your leading scorer in the first half. So if she can put up some more points in the second half, you're well on your way to a victory.
And don't forget about Cambry Zoomer. Cambry Zoomer is the leading three-point shooter on the team in terms of percentages. So if Cambry Zoomer can get her three-ball going as well, maybe McAlester can get back into this one. Again, Coweta is the only team in the 5A4 standings that McAlester has not played close this year. Everyone else, they've played it within a 10-point game in the final about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So McAlester trying to do the same against the Lady Tigers, but they're going to need their shot to fall, especially from downtown, at a little bit higher clip in the second half. Again, 33-19, the Coweta Lady Tigers lead the McAlester Lady Buffaloes at the break. We'll take one more timeout, and then we'll be back with second half action here on KNED.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flair's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flair Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444485. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks. Or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
About to begin the second half, the Coweta Lady Tigers lead the McAlester Lady Buffaloes 33-19. Let us know where you're listening from. Again, this is Buffalo Roll Call. Again, whether you're listening or watching, thank you for tuning in tonight. We have Randy Hughes. Yes, the Randy Hughes says the Bob Euchre of McAlester Radio and the Cadillac Kid. You guys sound great. Thank you, Randy, for checking in. I don't know about all that, but yes, we do want to say rest in peace and condolences to the Bob Euchre family and everyone that was able to listen to his broadcast throughout the years. Again, the voice of baseball, Mr. Baseball is what they called him too. So Bob Euchre passed away earlier this week, and going to miss a big-time voice in broadcasting at the age of 90. 33-19, the Coweta Lady Tigers lead the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. McAlester with the basketball with a flip of the sides. They're now on the left side of the half-court line. Zoomer with the basketball. Past the high post, Lesnow. Lesnow spin move in the paint. Goes up with a two and can't get that one to roll in. Also on the floor with Zoomer and Lesnow is Alberson, Mason, and Williams, it looks like. As we have a pass to the right wing. Now to the top of the key. Back right wing, Dennis takes the three. It's on the way. It's off the front side of the iron. Rebounded by Taylor Williams. Williams looking around, finds Zoomer. You can let us know where you're listening from. Again, on Twitter, at Buff Sports Radio, or you can even try to Facebook message us, and can't promise you, but we can try our best. Pass the low post from Lesnow over to Williams. Williams could not handle it. It sails out of bounds. Another McAlester turnover. They're now into double digits there with their 10th one of the game. 7:10 left in the third, and a 14-point McAlester Lady Buffalo deficit. Again, now Lady Tigers on the right side, the half-court line for those listening on radio. Top of the key, Dennis. Looks right, dribbles left, goes back to the right, drives towards the rim, and scores. Gia Dennis, fantastic sophomore player for the Lady Tigers, was a Vibe 100 selection last year as a freshman. That's how good you knew she was going to be. And she does quick work there to get her 7th and 8th points of the game. 35-19, McAlester trails. Alverson with the basketball, passes the right front court to Zoomer. Quick dribbled up to the three-point line, now passes high post, left elbow. Williams back outside Zoomer, pumps and tries to drive. Step back, two is going to be blocked near the three-point line. Rebounded, Dennis going the other way. Coweta, one-on-one. Dennis towards the rim, and there's a great bit of transition defense by Avery Alberson, preventing a easy two on the other side. They're going to make Coweta earn it the hard way. Allen will inbound baseline, right at the glass. Looks, finds Dennis in the corner, near side. Dennis dribbles with that left hand, and now makes her way between the rings, sets up the offense. Pass right wing, no one in the low post right now. Top of the key, now working it way left wing to Matthews. Matthews face guarded by Lesnow, back to the top of the key. McAlester working in a zone defense right now to the left wing. Allen takes the left wing three and sinks it. Tayan Allen makes it a 38-19 ball game, as there's Coweta's 10th made three of the contest. Again, 26 made threes in the last about 6 quarters for the Lady Tigers against McAlester. It's a lot of points in threes. It's 72 if I'm doing my math correctly. Right wing, trying to pass to the high post to Williams, is batted and stolen again. Dennis in the clear. Dennis with the right-handed layup from the left side will fall, and it's now a 40-19 game. Dennis all of a sudden with double digits in scoring, 10 points for the sophomore. Alberson passes further into the corner as there's another tipped pass that will go into the backcourt taken by Avery Alberson. And since it was tipped, it's not a backcourt violation. Pass to right wing, Zoomer. Guarded up well by Messinger. High post, less now. Mid-range, back outside. Zoomer trying to drive again, pulls up mid-range jumper. Is going to be too strong. Offensive rebound, Taylor Williams. Williams looks for Zoomer. She takes a long 10-foot two and nothing but the net. And Cambry Zoomer ends up getting her third and fourth points. It's a 40-21 ball game. Coweta leading McAllister's. Those are the first 2 points of the second half for McAllister, coming about 3 minutes in. Edge of the circle, pass left wing. Eishen with the ball, pass to the right wing. Dennis tries driving left, finds a lane, up for the two. She can't get it, a little bit too strong. Gets her own rebound on the low post. Back outside, Allen for a left wing three, nothing but net. And now Tayan Allen's hitting threes. That's, I believe, her third made three of the game, all 9 points for her from downtown. Left front court in a 43-21 game. Zoomer, ball over her head after she picked up the dribble, passes to the left wing. Alberson to the left elbow. Les now trying to drive, draws contact, can't get the whistle, can't get the shot. Rebounded by the Lady Tigers. Down the floor will go Coweta. Messinger edge of the circle, bounce pass right wing to Matthews. Matthews cross-court pass to the left wing. Spot, nope, Messinger's not going to take the three. She dribbles instead to the right, takes the three with her hand in her face and still got it. They've now got 12 threes. They're 12 of 16 from downtown. They just cannot seem to miss. Again, they're not really a high-scoring team. They only put up 47 points per game on the season. But they know how to shoot the three ball. Past the high post will be kicked by a Lady Tiger, staying with McAlester. And now Little and Sanders will come in. Either that or literally almost all of their points have to be three balls. And at this point, I might believe it. Mason will inbound to Williams in the front court. Williams bounce pass into the corner to Zoomer. Zoomer tries dribbling, now takes a contested far corner three, can't hit it though. McAllister's shot has completely gone cold here in the third. Have only scored 2 points. Inside the circle. Messinger bounce pass right wing. Matthews looks around, directing traffic while she's got the ball over her head. Passes to the top of the key. Little overhead pass to Allen. She tries to go 3 of 3 in the second half, can't do so. That's her first miss of the second half. Offensive rebound, though, back outside. Matthews' far corner three is no good either. And Zoomer's got the rebound on the other side of the rim, but she can't handle her dribble as she was going in front of the Coweta bench. It rolls straight there, and it'll be a turnover McAllister. Williams checks out. Kaylee Knight comes in. And Coweta basketball on the right side of the half-court line. Little, ball to her right hand and the right wing. Pass to the top of the key, now into the corner. Matthews takes a contested near corner three that's too strong. Well guarded by Lesnow, but another offensive rebound by the Lady Tigers gives them another second chance.
Lesnow 7 on the night.
Little, far corner three, no good either. Good box out on the other side by Alberson. She gathers the rebound. Zoomer down the floor with 2:40 left to go in the third, and a 46-21 disadvantage. 2-3 zone being run by the Lady Tigers pretty much all night tonight. That's really worked well. Near corner Knight, bounce pass back over to Alberson, swinging it right wing. Zoomer looks to see who's open. No one's really there. McAllister wants to work through the high post, cannot do so yet. Ball finds its way to Lesnow, beyond the perimeter. Passes left block, back outside to Lesnow. Lesnow driving through two defenders. We have bodies hitting the floor. We have Lesnow with the ball in the low post. And we have a jump ball staying with McAllister. How many fouls have we had combined tonight? Because I think we only had one foul. Actually, no, that ball is going to be Coweta's basketball. They had the possession arrow. We've only had looks like 7 fouls altogether in this game. Coweta's had 5, McAllister's had 2. And I think we had 4 fouls in the first quarter. So since then, only 3. No fouls yet in the third quarter. 2 minutes left in the third, 46-21. Top of the key, Matthews. Looks, overhead pass to the left wing to Little. Little looking, and that should be a foul, and it will be. Lesnow had her hands and arms wrapped around Macy Matthews, trying to prevent her from getting to the low post. That's only Lesnow's first, though, so she's fine. Really, no one's in foul trouble tonight. We've hardly mentioned fouls, and this has been a quick game because of that. Still just 1:50 left in the third quarter. If this was last year or any years before that, we'd just be now making it halftime, maybe. Again, previous start times used to be at 6:30. Top of the key, Messinger has her ball poked loose. Cambry Zoomer with the steal. One-on-one towards the other side of the rim, and she will score in transition. We call that a scoop and score in football, and Cambry Zoomer's got 5 and 6 points now. And now Alberson pokes the ball loose, but taken back by the Lady Tigers. 46-23, McAlester trails. Near corner, pass with the overhead. The top of the key finds its way. Sanders, the right wing. Messinger thought about the three. Drives in instead. Takes a 8-foot jumper. Can't get it to go, but she's hacked in the act. And she'll go to the free throw line for a chance to earn him the hard way. Fouls on Shiley Mason, her second personal. Second team foul on the Lady Buffaloes. Messinger with her right foot slightly in front of the left. Gets the first free throw to rattle home.
And Coweta is 3 of 5 from the line tonight.
1:14 remaining in the third quarter. By the way, you want to talk about how good Coweta's defense is. We mentioned no team has scored a 40-plus on them since December 10th, as the second free throw is made by Messinger. It's a 48-23 game, and it looks like they're well on their way to once again not having a team score 40-plus on them. They're only giving up 33.5 points per game, so McAllister's right on pace for what Coweta's giving up with all these other great teams that the Lady Tigers have played. And their experience, and they bring every single starter back from that team that last year made it one game away from the state championship game. Past the high post, left elbow. Les now driving in, contested too short. She's fighting for her own rebound. It's being batted around, and it will be taken by the Lady Tigers. Dennis down the floor, far sideline. She waits, hands off, wide open left wing three ensues, and it's too short by Eischen. We have a fight for the rebound along the left wing. It's going to be a tie ball, and Les now fighting tooth and limb for that loose ball, and she will get rewarded with the rebound after the jump ball has the possession arrow favor the Lady Buffaloes. 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Alberson down the middle of the floor. Lady Buffaloes have just not been able to find really a spark here in the second half. And here's another. Do we have a timeout? Yes, timeout called by Coach Bashirs before they can give up the possession after a ball got poked loose underneath the basket. 26 seconds left in the third. Lady Tigers lead the Lady Buffaloes 48-23 here on KNED.
Now we celebrate.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. From now until the end of January, we are celebrating 10 years of serving and being a part of your community. We'll be running some of our biggest sales and service specials ever, so if you need a vehicle for the family, a truck for your business, or some economical transportation, we have it for you. So come make it happen at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula at our 10-year anniversary sale.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes are able to keep the possession after a ball got knocked loose. And Les now dove onto it to be able to keep the possession with the Coach Bashirs timeout. McAlester only has 2 more remaining. Coweta has not used a timeout tonight. 48-23. Lady Tigers lead the Lady Buffaloes. 26 seconds again left in the third. Bounce pass to the near corner on the inbound. Finds its way to Knight left wing. Knight one dribble back to the near corner. Alberson, a little bit of trouble handling the ball at first, but gathers it back and back pedals. Alberson looking, tries feeding it to a dangerous spot on the floor, looking for Rylan Les now, and it was stolen by the Lady Tigers.
That's their 7th steal on the night.
7 seconds left in the third. Dennis gets a screen, dribbles to the right wing, zooms, tries to the near corner. Three-pointer on the way, too strong. There's the buzzer, and that's the end of the third quarter. Lady Buffaloes trail the Coweta Lady Tigers 48-23. We'll head to the fourth here in just a moment. You're listening to McAlester Lady Buff Basketball on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. You join us in the middle of the action as the Coweta Lady Tigers have the ball beginning the fourth quarter with a 48-23 lead as Atayan Allen three from the left wing is off the mark and it's rebounded by Zoomer. Again, if you're just now joining us, McAlester taking on the top team in 5A4 and one of the top teams in the state, a team that was one game away from the state championship last year that returns all of their starters. McAlester is down by, I think it was 14 at the break, but a strong third quarter by the Lady Tigers improved their lead to 48-23. Left wing, Alberson. Cross-court pass, a long two on the way by Zoomer is too strong, and flying in for the rebound is starter Emerson Eischen. On the floor for McAlester, we have Bodie Nystrom, Kaylee Knight, Avery Alberson, also Cambry Zoomer and Shiley Mason. Left wing Messinger, cross-court pass to Matthews. She takes the right wing three, and that one's in and out. She was on fire in the first half, has not hit a three in the second half. Rebounded by Alberson out beyond the perimeter. Zoomer down the middle of the floor. Will no-look pass it to the right wing. Back between the rings. McAlester, I don't think, has taken a three-pointer here in the second half. They're 0 of 3, and all of them were taken in the first half. Wyatt, my stat man, can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, they have not taken a second half three yet. Zoomer, that's Alberson. She says, I'll take one, and she can't get it, though, off the right side of the rim, and that one was a little bit of a three and then some, about 4 feet beyond the three-point line. Coweta gets a rebound and forces McAlester to go one and done, but I don't blame her for taking that shot there. Trying to make something happen. Dennis is on an island. She takes the three and airballs that as well. It flies out of bounds, and that'll be McAlester basketball. So Coweta at one point was 12 of 26 from three. They have missed now 9 in a row. As we wait on some substitutions, it looks like we're back to the action now. Nystrom checks out. Back into the game is, I believe that's Kaylee Knight that came in for Nystrom. Left front court. Again, Alberson, Zoomer, Knight, Lesnow, and Mason on the floor. Zoomer, she'll take a top of the key three, and Zoomer gets it. McAllister's first made three of the ball game, coming with 6:03 left in it, paying it gold. 48-26, Cambry Zoomer, the top three-point shooter on the team, averaging 11.3 points per game, and pulls McAlester within 22. Left wing, Messinger, passes between the rings over to Allen. Allen looks right, one dribble. Towards the top of the key she goes, loosely guarded, pass to the left wing. Messinger, back to the top of the key. Allen takes another three. That's their 10th missed three in a row. We have a rebound. No, we do not. We have a foul first on Coweta off ball. That will be on Gia Dennis. That's going to be her first, I believe. It's her first, team first, as they just reset the fouls on the scoreboard. And Taylor Williams checks in for Shiley Mason. Zoomer down the floor, passes left front court. Alberson. A little bit of room between her and her defender, Kate Little. Passes it to the right wing. Zoomer looks inside, no one's open. Overhead pass, finds Lesnow, low post, quickly guarded. Double teamed, and she doesn't care. Banks it in. And those will be points 10 and 11 for Rylan Lesnow. She was held scoreless in the second half until those 2 points. Makes it a 20-point ball game, 48-28. So far, the fourth quarter has been owned by the Lady Buffaloes. 5:06 left in the game, near corner. Sanders, the top of the key, trying to drive left is Addison. Addison found a wide open lane to the basket and finishes with the left hand to make it a 50-28 game. 4:53 left in it. Zoomer with a pass right to Alberson. Alberson well guarded by Addison, who checked into the game for the first time here in the fourth quarter. Yes, we had nearly a whole new line change. We'll get to them in just a moment. Right wing as Les now will wait and get a timeout from Coach Bashirs. 4:39 left to go in the game. McAlester trails 50-28 against Coweta here on KNED.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 0014445. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks. Or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
McAlester with one timeout remaining. Coweta has all 5 of theirs. They lead the Lady Buffaloes 50-28 as they look like they're on their way to winning their 8th straight game. They're going to improve to 11-1 on the year unless McAlester can make up 22 points in a quick span. Again, no one has scored over 40 on Coweta in 7 games. Here's an overhead pass to the right wing. Alverson with the ball, well guarded by Addison. She'll try driving through the lane, and she traveled before she was able to go up with the shot. By the way, on the floor for McAlester, we have Knight, Williams, Zoomer, Alverson, and Lesnow. On the floor for Coweta seems to be Zoe Childress, also Ebony Bell, I believe for the first time in the 4th quarter, Nia Addison, Kate Little, and Gracie Sanders. Currently Addison with the ball, overhead pass to the right wing, finding her way to Childress, back to the top of the key. Overhead pass back left wing to Little. Little, back to Addison. McAlester looks to be in a 1-3-1 zone, and Zoomer tries to get a steal, as he's knocked out of bounds. Zoomer anticipating the pass beyond the perimeter for Addison. Just a little bit behind. Nearly got the steal. Instead, it'll be Childress inbounding where that ball went out of bounds at, just next to the Coweta bench. And Zoomer pokes the ball loose. Zoomer being chased by Addison one-on-one towards the rim. She hits the deck but scores anyway. Cambry Zoomer, all of a sudden, a quiet 11 points for the sophomore. As now the two sophomores, Cambry Zoomer and Rylan Lesnow combining for 22 out of the 30 McAlester points. Far corner 3 on the other side by Little is airballed way too strong. And they have gone cold from 3 since they were 12 of 26. They have missed now 11 in a row. Top of the key Little. 3:29 left in the game. Feeds it left wing. Another 3. This one up by Sanders. And Sanders breaks that 0 of 11 span that we were just mentioning. With a second chance opportunity, Gracie Sanders makes it a 53-30 game. Left wing Lesnow looks around. Cross-court pass to Zoomer. Zoomer thought about the 3, pumps and tries to drive. Now backpedals. Tries to take the 3, and a nice block by Ebony Bell. Last touched by the right hand of Bell. Will lead to a baseline inbound for McAlester with 3:10 left in the game. Alverson looks. Can't find anyone. Still looking. Outs it to the left wing. Zoomer dribbles to the left elbow. Takes a popping shot, too. That's going to be missed. Offensive rebound. That is Rylan Lesnow, and she'll score from the right block. Rylan Lesnow with 13 points. It's a 53-32 game. She's been cleaning up the glass. That is her first offensive rebound, but she's had quite a bit in this game. Most of them for the defensive side. Between the rings, dribbling right, handing the ball off will be Childress, still working along the arc. Now passes it back off to Sanders, right in her old location. Pass to the baseline, back outside to Sanders. Sanders just hit that last 3. Tries driving in on Lesnow. Gets it back outside. Right wing 3's on the way, and that one's made. Zoe Childress hits the 3. I had to say something about them missing 11 in a row and how they made 2 straight. 56-32. Bounce pass high post. Lesnow spin move inside the paint. Lesnow rattles it home. Rylan Lesnow, a pretty good game so far. She is 50% from the field.
And 15 points on the night now.
Left wing, pass inside the paint, back outside, wide open. Kate Little will instead pump and drive, finds a wide open lane towards the basket, and Coweta puts up now 57 and 58 points, and we're going to be having some substitutions allowed to come in. Williams checks out, Mason checks in, and we have a fresh, well, not nearly a fresh 5, just 3 new players coming in for the Lady Tigers. Looks like one of them, well, I actually don't have some names for some of them from the roster I was given, so we'll do our best in our final 2 minutes of game time, as Coweta will improve to 11-1 on the year, like I mentioned, win their 8th straight. 1:44 left. Right wing Zoomer. Passes high post to Mason, back outside, far corner. Knight takes the three. Knight airballs that. On the left block, they're fighting for the ball. I think Mason's got the rebound. Mason trying to find someone, and we'll have a foul called first down in the low post. Question is who's that's going to be on, and it looks like it will be on number 21, which would be Ebony Bell. And checking into the game for McAlester, we have Abby Parham. We also have Kaylee Burrow. And what's the one number I'm missing? I think number 10 also came in. That would be Kirsten Smith. Inbound far corner. Zoomer takes the three, a little bit short. And it's rebounded by the Lady Tigers in stride. Left to right, Zoomer is able to pick the pocket, as well as Rylan Less now chasing down that dribble, preventing an easy two on the other side. 1:25 left in the game. Childress feeds into the paint. Bell, well guarded, back outside. Long two is on the way by number 11, who we don't have a name for. And on the rebound by Les now, there is then a foul called on number 20, Haley Henley. Her first, team third, 1:17 left in the game. McAlester basketball. As Kirsten Smith inbounds to Zoomer as we get our way through the end of this game. Zoomer right wing between the rings, passes quickly to the left side to Smith. Smith back top of the key. Right wing to Zoomer. Zoomer takes the open three, left it short. Rebounded by Coweta as McAlester again just didn't have the oomph to be able to make it happen in the second half. They scored 15 points, but still, when Coweta's been lights out from three for a majority of the game, except for the third quarter, it's been hard to beat. We have a travel in the near corner by Coweta's number 11, and that will give the ball back to the Lady Buffaloes. Again, boys' game will be directly after this. It looks like they're going to get a little bit of time to warm up, though. Our tip-off is going to be set for 7:30, so we'll be having a break in between the end of this game and the start of the boys. Boy, this one did go by pretty quickly, too, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Top of the key, Zoomer dribbles to the right wing. Cross-court pass to the left side, finding its way to Smith. To the top of the key, back over to Zoomer. Zoomer right wing three again. This one's off as well. Rebounded by Bell, right by the basket. 33 seconds left. And a 24-point lead for Coweta. Zoomer's trying to knock the ball back and give her the ball from number 20, Haley Henley. But the freshman's able to inbound it now after it was knocked loose. Into the corner, low post to Bell. Bell guarded up by Parham as the ball goes wildly up. And they're going to say it was blocked by Parham. So Abby Parham will get the block there. With 22 seconds left, a baseline inbound here for Henley. Excuse me, that is a Childress. Childress to the low post. Bell up for two. Missed the shot. Good box out and rebound by Smith. 17 seconds left in the game. Zoomer down the floor. Top of the key she goes. Passes right wing. Thinking about the three was Burrow. Back to the top of the key. Zoomer, another three. This one straight away. Finds the bottom of the barrel. Painted gold. Zoomer improves to 14 points, and that should be our final score, 58-37. And this one's good if it goes. The half-court shot heave is not going to fall. And the Coweta Lady Tigers, though, regardless, win this one 58-37. Again, 58-37, our final score. Let's look at some of our post-game stats. That's brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop. Brake work and heat and air repair, plus we do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars to your grandma's cars, we do it all. We sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 2201 North Main Street in McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. Wyatt, take it away.
All right, Rylan Less now finishes off her night with 15 points. She was your leading scorer. She shot 50% from the field, 6 of 12. Also from the charity stripe was 3 of 5. That's good for 60%. She also had some boards. Had a 5 on the night, 1 offensive, 4 defensive, and 2 steals, 1 block for Rylan Less now. Cambry Zoomer had 14 points tonight on 30% shooting. She also had 2 made threes tonight and had 8 boards, 1 offensive, 7 defensive. She also had 3 steals for Cambry Zoomer. Bodie Nystrom had 4 on the night, 67% shooting from the field. She also had 1 offensive board. Kaylee Knight had 2 on the night, good for 33%. She also had 2 boards tonight and 1 steal. And Taylor Williams had 2 on the night. That's good for 50% shooting from the field. She also had 4 boards. Avery Alberson. Looks like she had 2 defensive boards tonight. That's going to round out your scoring.
All right, some team stats now.
Your McAlester Lady Buffaloes, they were 16 of 44 from the field. That's good for 36%. Coweta, also 36%, 20 of 56. McAlester, though, just 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. That's good for 20%. Coweta, 14 of 40, good for 35% from 3. And McAlester also was 3 of 5 from the charity stripe. That is good for 60%. Coweta, 4 of 6. That's good for 67%. Looks like McAlester, as far as rebounds go, had 7 offensive and 17 defensive. That's good for 24 overall. Coweta had 8 offensive and 16 defensive. That is also good for 24.
So everything seemed to be pretty even except for the three-point shot, really.
And also, too, looking at steals and turnovers here, looks like McAlester had 7 steals. They forced 9 Coweta turnovers. And Coweta had 7 steals. They forced 15 McAlester turnovers. McAlester had 3 blocks, Coweta with 1.
All right, your final thoughts on this one before we transition over to the boys' game.
Well, again, it was just the threes for Coweta. I mean, they kind of cooled off there in the final quarter. But really, threes are where they made their money tonight, and they just couldn't be stopped from beyond the arc.
Yeah, if we're doing quick math there, that is what? That's 42 points out of the 58 that they scored from threes. So once again, that's 30 made threes in 2 games. It's hard to beat that. So the Coweta Lady Tigers showing why they are the top team in 5A4, defeating the McAlester Lady Buffaloes tonight, 58-37. We will take a break, and when we come back, we will be looking at the boys and seeing what we have in store tonight. It's going to be number 4 against number 5. McAlester trying to get back into the top half of the 5A4 standings, and we're going to see if they can do it here in just a moment. Again, we'll take a break and be back with the boys pregame show here on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes. For over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Now we celebrate.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. From now until the end of January, we are celebrating 10 years of serving and being a part of your community. We'll be running some of our biggest sales and service specials ever, so if you need a vehicle for the family, a truck for your business, or some economical transportation, we have it for you. So come make it happen at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula at our 10-year anniversary sale.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted number 1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. In the girls' game, the McAlester Lady Buffaloes fell with a final score of 58-37. Now let's go ahead and let's preview your boys. Again, 5-5 on the year for the McAlester Buffaloes, led by head coach Mike Dooney in his second year. The McAlester Buffaloes are now losers of 3 straight as they've lost to Will Rogers, Durant, and Tulsa Memorial. And the last 2 games have been rough for McAlester boys. If you're trying to get back into the competitiveness of it, this is the first time this year they've lost 3 in a row. And they, again, took on Tulsa Memorial at the top of the 5A4 standings back on Tuesday. And not only that, they dealt with a little bit of some people had COVID, some people had the flu, and not during the game, obviously, but they're coming off of that where they're feeling weak and feeling sick still. I mean, you don't feel great even after you come off your sickness, but they tried to fight through it, and it just was not working out for them. They were deadbeat tired, and hopefully they were able to heal up a little bit before and get healthier before we get ready for this game here tonight, because it's going to be a pretty big one between the McAlester Buffaloes and the Coweta Tigers. McAlester is 3-4 in the district standings, Coweta 3-3. So Coweta is at 4th right now, despite losing to McAlester earlier in the year. McAlster's at 5th. If the Buffaloes can win this game, then they will jump Coweta and get back into the top half of the 5A4 standings as we get a little bit closer to February. But let's repeat and let's look at what happened in the game against Memorial back on Tuesday. In an 84-49 loss, McAlester was only down by 8 at halftime, with the first half going back and forth. However, Tulsa Memorial outscored the Buffs 31-8 in the third. Yes, you heard me right. 31-8 in the third to put the game to bed early. For the second straight game, McAlester Buffs shot under 35% from the field, this time at 31% to Memorial's 57%. McAlester was also out-rebounded 40-28. McAlester was also practically even in every other stat, though, with the Chargers. Some outstanding performers. You had Rodney Washington with 29 points. He was on fire. 43% from the field, 6 of 12 from 3. Also had 6 boards and 3 blocks. And Davian Pouncil was second on the team in scoring with 10 points. So as we look at now the 5A4 standings again in its entirety, Tulsa Memorial is at the top with a 6-0 record, plus 77 in the points minus. So plus minus. At number 2, Will Rogers at 5-1, plus 35. Tahlequah at 3rd at 3-3, plus 2. Coweta's at 4th at 3-3, negative 19. McAlester at 5th, 3-4, plus 10. Durant 3-4, negative 26. Edison 7th at 2-3, plus 5. And Pryor at 0-7, negative 84. And you might be looking at the Tahlequah and say, man, they're 3, and McAlester beat them by nearly 30 points. That is telling you that although McAlester right now is at 5th, there's plenty of season right now to be able to make it up and get back to that 4th or 3rd mark. But they got to win games that they should win. And I'm not saying that Coweta is going to be a competitive team. They're in the top half of the 5A4 standings for a reason. But McAlester beat them by 19 points back on December 17th, and they feel like they're the better team. So if you feel like you're the better team, these are the games that you need to win if you want to be in a good spot come regional tournament time. And the Coweta Tigers, they feel the same way. Speaking of the Tigers, they're 3-7 on the year, led by head coach Matt Watson. They're averaging 39.9 points per game, but they're giving up just only 50.2 points per game. Again, since their loss to McAlester, they went on a little bit of a run themselves. They went and beat Pryor 39-29. They beat Edison Prep 44-41, but then they lost to Will Rogers. And this is interesting. Will Rogers is the second best team in 5A4 right now. They only lost by 3 to Will Rogers, 52-49. I'm telling you, there's not much separation from, I'd say, 2 to 8 in the 5A4 standings. Tulsa Memorial just seems to be that much better than everybody else. But even then, they only beat Will Rogers by 2. McAlester lost to Will Rogers by 2, and arguably probably should have won that game back over in Tulsa. So it's really not that much separation from 1 to 8 when you're talking about how close games can be any given night. So they went from 6th in the district standings from when McAlester played Coweta back on December 17th to all of a sudden 4th. Let's look at that game that happened back on December 17th. Again, McAlester won 65-46. McAlester went 9 of 24 from 3, with Brandon Smith making 7 of those shots, leading to a career-high 29 from him. McAlester shot 49% from the field to Coweta's 36%, was also 15% better from the line, and forced 18 turnovers to their 10. Rebounds, dead even, 26 apiece, and also McAlester outscored Coweta by 15 in the second half after being up by 4 at the break. Again, Brandon Smith, 29 points, 58% from 3. He was 7 of 12 and 56% from the field. Davian Pouncil had 13 points against Coweta with 60% from the field and 5 boards, and Rodney Washington 14 points on 42% from the field and 8 rebounds. And this would be a really good bounce-back game for Brandon Smith. Again, struggled the last few games, but if there's a game that he can get back on and get back on the right track, I'll look for tonight to be that. And he's also one of your players to watch. We'll get to hear him here in a moment, but let's look at the rest of your players to watch tonight, Wyatt.
Well, Rodney Washington had a great game against Tulsa Memorial. shooting 43%, including 6 made threes and 6 boards. He scored 29 points, and Buffs are hoping for more of the same against Coweta tonight. Brandon Smith has great numbers against the Tigers this season. He scored a career-high 29 points against them back in December. Let's hope his hot shooting against the Tigers continues tonight. Davian Pouncil is coming off a great game where he scored 10 points against Merle, and he had 13 points against Coweta the last time these two faced each other. He's looking for that success to continue in this one. Some keys to the game: don't let your shot go cold against Coweta. McAlester just couldn't find the bottom of the bucket against Memorial in the third quarter. They were outscored 31-8 and shot 31% to Memorial's 57%. So it's easier said than done, but try not to lose your shot tonight. And continue to apply pressure on defense. McAlester forced 18 turnovers against Coweta, and they are averaging 9.6 per game on the season. Continue to turn defense into offense, get steals, and score in transition tonight. Box out and grab your boards tonight. Tulsa Memorial out-rebounded McAlester 40-28. Take care of business down at the paint, and don't give Coweta second chance points in this one.
Again, this is Brandon Green alongside Wyatt Hubbard. Wyatt filling back in for stats and color for a night, as he's going to be doing for a couple more times this season. So we welcome Wyatt Hubbard back over to the booth. And now McAlester, this is the best start for the McAlester boys team in quite a while. Still at 5-5, but again, it's been a little while since they've been able to have this kind of start to a season. What are you most excited about in seeing the boys for the first time with your own eyes?
I'm really excited to see what Rodney Washington's all about in person.
Yeah, he's had some monster dunks, and we're going to see he has something to make the home crowd get up on their feet tonight, because guess what? We've got a pretty good crowd, especially a good McAlester crowd. I know if you're watching on the video stream, you might see some emptiness on the other side. That's the visitor side. Over here on the home side, a lot of seats are full. So we encourage you to make your way on out. Still, people are making their way through the doors. So make sure you come on out and cheer on the McAlester Buffaloes. About 2 minutes until they get started here against the Coweta Tigers, looking to sweep them on the 2024-2025 season. We'll take a break and be back. 2 minutes until tip-off here on KNED.
Now we celebrate.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. From now until the end of January, we are celebrating 10 years of serving and being a part of your community. We'll be running some of our biggest sales and service specials ever, so if you need a vehicle for the family, a truck for your business, or some economical transportation, we have it for you. So come make it happen at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula at our 10-year anniversary sale.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 0014445. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Welcome back to the MAC as the McAlester Buffaloes are getting ready to take on the Coweta Tigers here in the boys game. Let's look at your starting lineups for the Coweta Tigers, starting off with number 0, 6'2" guard, junior Cooper McNack. You also have number 5, the 6'5" forward, junior Josiah Green. Also number 11, the 6-foot-tall junior guard, Connor Jensen. Number 12, the 6'1" senior guard, Caden Meadows. And number 15, the 6'3" freshman forward, Nate Nips. led by head coach Matt Watson. The Coweta Tigers 3-7 on the year, 4th place in the 5A4 standings so far. Let's look at the starting lineups now for your McAlester Buffaloes, led by head coach Mike Dooney. Currently, again, 5-5 on the year and 3-4 in the district standings. It's 4 against 5 tonight. Coweta with the slight 1-place advantage. You have number 10, senior guard Alex Dooney, leading the team in free throw percentage at 75%. Freshman guard number 3, Rodney Washington, leading the team in points per game, rebounds per game, and blocks per game. You have the sophomore guard / forward, Davian Pouncil, leading the team in three-point percentage at 43%. You also have number 1, the sophomore forward, Devion Bickham, at 5.9 points per game and 5.7 rebounds per game. And sophomore guard number 2, Brandon Smith, leading the team in steals per game at 3.1 and second on the team in shooting at 16.8 points per game. We're about to have tip-off that's brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Accepts consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays and offers a 50-50 split. Consign with us and pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main McAlester behind Dollar General. Coweta's wearing their road orange on orange jerseys with the gray numerals on the front and back, and Coweta in cursive and black across the chest with some black accents. For the McAlester Buffaloes, they're wearing their home white on white jerseys with the black numerals on the front and back and black McAlester in cursive across the chest. Inside the circle, Devion Bickham for the McAlester Buffaloes, as they're going to be moving the ball left to right when they have it. There's the tip. It is won by Coweta as it's basketball time in the Heartland. So it's Coweta winning the basketball. They are going to be moving it right to left across your radio dial and your video screen. Jensen with the basketball, passes it to the high post. Trying to drive in left side, nothing's there. Having to get it back out eventually, and they do so to the top of the key. Now with the drive back outside, Meadows with the left wing 3 is going to be missed, and a ball is going to be knocked out of bounds over towards the media table on the far side. And at first they were signaling, I thought they were signaling Coweta basketball, but it will be McAlester basketball as a Tiger leapt and knocked it over towards the far sideline. I'm going to apologize in advance. These gray numbers are hard to read on the floor right now, so if I miss any, I apologize. Right wing, Brandon Smith. Not so hard to read the McAlester jersey numbers right now, plus I just know them by heart. Rodney Washington trying to drive towards the rim, but he has his pocket picked by Connor Jensen out of bounds. It'll be McAlester basketball with a baseline inbound by Brandon Smith. 40 seconds into this game. Inbound to the far corner, Rodney Washington takes the 3, rims out. Rebounded in the low post, and the Tigers move the other way. Down the floor goes Josiah Green. He has to pick up his dribble along the far sideline, guarded up by Bickham. To the top of the key, Jensen threads the needle, gets to the low post, stops, finds someone inside the paint, as that is Meadows. Meadows to the high post. Ball's ripped away and stolen by Brandon Smith at 3.1 a game. Smith down the floor, towards the rim, up for 2, and he can't score. A little too short. Devion Bickham gets that rebound, but can't finish, and McAlester can't save the rebound beyond the baseline either. That looked like it was going in. It just barely popped off for Brandon Smith.
Yeah, that was a good look.
And Coweta will get the ball back, still looking for her first points with 6:40 left in the first quarter. Green passes near corner, dribbling to the high post is McNack. McNack has to stop. 1 foot inside the three-point line, 1 foot out. Feeds back to Jensen, back to the high post to Green. Green guarded by Smith. Trying to drive on Smith. Lost the ball, and Smith nearly with the steal. There's the whistle, and we'll see if he's the one that gets the foul. And it will be on Brandon Smith. That'll be his first, team's first. Like I said, a pretty packed house here for the first McAlester home game since December 20th. It's been nearly a month. We went through all the holidays here.
You love to see it. The house is packed, and we got the band out. Everything's rocking.
Jensen and inbound to the low post, and the 2 is made by number 15, Nate Nips. Those are our first 2 points of the game. Tigers lead the Buffaloes 2-0. 6:15 left in the first. Rodney Washington passes to the edge of the circle next to Alex Dooney. Dooney back to Washington, almost had his ball stripped. The high post, bounce pass into the low post. Devion Bickham up for 2, air balls it. Offensive rebound, the putback is good by Davian Pouncil. He shoots, he scores right this way, Mr. Pouncil to the charity stripe. A chance to get 3 for the price of 2. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Davian Pouncil, the 3rd leading scorer on the Buffaloes team, shooting 73% from the charity stripe on the season. Sophomore hits the free throw, and McAlester has their first lead of the game, 3-2, courtesy of Davian Pouncil on the putback and 1. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Jensen slowly across the half-court line. Will pass it over to Green at the top of the key. Hands it back out to Jensen. Jensen into the corner to Meadows. Meadows looks around. Can't find anyone. Take it back, that is McNack. McNack now over to Meadows near corner. Meadows trying to drive past Pouncil, nothing there. Bounce pass to Green, top of the key. Green driving in, goes up with a tough two, too hard off the glass. Gets his own rebound and dribbles it out into the corner. Green, spin move to the low post, back outside, near corner three by Meadows is in the air and rattles home. Oh, excuse me, that's Nate Nips. Nate Nips hits the three, and it's 5-3. Tigers lead the Buffaloes. So he's got all 5 points here for the Coweta Tigers so far from the freshman. Right wing, bounce pass baseline. Bigham, left alone, tries to tie it with the two. Too strong. Davian Pouncil gets his own rebound again. Goes up in two and scores. Davian Pouncil fighting for the board. He's been able to make 5 points. All of those putbacks. So both Pouncil and Nips have all the points for their respective teams. Top of the key, handing off over to Jensen. Jensen driving, kicking, near corner three on the way by McNack is nothing but net. Cooper McNack hits the three, and the Tigers lead the Buffaloes 8-5 as they were a 29% three-point shooting team back over in Coweta. Here's a steal by Jensen at the high post. Tigers moving the other way up by 3, 8-5 the score. Driving Meadows, kicking far corner, three-pointers up, and blocked by Devion Bigham. Rebounded by, that is Rodney Washington. Now down the floor, Smith. Smith dribbles up to the arc, stops, waits, gives it over to a trailing Rodney Washington. Right wing three is short. Offensive rebound again. There's Davian Pouncil cleaning up the glass like he's a janitor. 8-7 the score. McAlester down by 1. 4:21 left in the first. Coweta timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to McAlester Basketball here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks. Or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57,605. Bighorn 76,645.
Well, Davian Pouncil is going to need a scaffolding if he keeps on cleaning up the glass at this rate. All of McAllister's points so far off of offensive rebounds and putbacks by Davian Pouncil, including an and one. So he's got all 7 points for the McAlester Buffaloes. The Coweta Tigers three-point ball, they've had 2 of them so far, leading to 6 of their 8 points. 4:20 left in the first quarter. McAlester is currently trailing the Tigers 8-7. Down the far sideline with the basketball is McNack. McNack guarded up by Dooney, losing the ball, gathering it back. Dooney all over him. Passes left wing, finding Jensen to the high post. Green looks for a driving Jensen. He's not open. He has to get back out beyond the perimeter. Who gets the ball from Green. Back over to Green, left elbow. Driving, kicking near corner. Three-pointer in the air and airballed by Nate Nips. And a fight for the board leads to a ball touched by a Tiger out of bounds. Looks like Green was fighting for it as Rodney Washington goes all the way deep into the corner.
That was great Black Death defense there, applying
Yes.
all kinds of pressure.
That ball went into the tunnel over there that Rodney said, I got it. McAlester down by 1. They've only led by 1 once this game. Bigham back outside over to Rodney. And all 7 points from Davian Pouncil so far. Driving, Washington takes a long two. Baseline, rattles it home. Rodney Washington. Didn't matter if a hand was in his face or not. He was feeling that shot, and he gives the Buffaloes a 9-8 advantage with 3.5 minutes left in the first. Jensen across the half-court line, quickly zooms up to the three-point line. Hands it off right wing to McNips. Nips to the mid-post area. Turnaround jumper by Green is in, and back ironed. Rebounded by Pouncil. Head over to Washington. Washington one-on-one with Jensen. Euro step, and Rodney cannot finish at the rim. Getting the rebound is Jensen underneath the basket. And Jensen will pass across the half-court line to Meadows. Meadows dribbles to the three-point line. Now drives after a stutter step to the far corner. Three-pointers in the air and not good. That attempt by McNack, who hit one from the other corner. Rodney's got the rebound ahead over the right wing. Driving in Pouncil. Pouncil takes some contact up high and hits the deck. Don't think this will be on the shot, though. This should be on the floor.
Foul is on Davian Nips.
Oh, no, they're going to give it to him on the shot. Davian Pouncil to the free throw line. This trip to the charity stripe brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. I didn't know if they were going to give him that foul as he was approaching the basket instead with the shot.
We'll take it.
We will take it. Pouncil hits the free throw. McAlester goes up 10-8 with 2:54 left in the first. Give Pouncil a 73% free throw shooter, just a couple of percentage points behind the leader, Alex Dooney, on the season. Second free throw is good as well. He's 3 of 3 from the line, and he will get a well-deserved break. 9 points here in the first 5 minutes for Davian Pouncil.
Yeah, Pouncil's locked in so far tonight.
And Caven Hill checks in for him. Caven Hill, among players that have taken 10 shots, he leads the team in field goal percentage at 57%. Right now, Jensen trying to make his way down the near sideline, and Brandon Smith's going to be charged with his second personal foul here of the first quarter. McAlester has 2 team fouls, both of them on Smith in the first quarter. Tigers have 2 as well. Ryan Cornish checks in for Smith with 2:47 remaining in the first. Inbound will be made over to Meadows, who tries to dribble past Dooney. Dooney guarding him well to the half-court line and gets past the line. Meadows picks up his dribble. Passes to Green, left wing. Green turns around, still right by the three-point line, hands it back off to Nibbs. Nibbs tries to hand it to Jensen. Washington all over him, but somehow Jensen's able to keep it from going out of bounds. Long pass right wing, driving in. Meadows will run into a Buffalo, but there's going to be a blocking foul called instead on Alex Dooney down the low post, who tried drawing the charge. There was never a shot attempt. They giving him free throws? There was never a shot attempt. He was looking for someone to pass it to in the high post. There was never a close to a shot attempt.
On the floor.
This should be on the floor, but they're going to give Caden Meadows 2 free throws here. The first one's in the air and good. And Davian Pouncil right back into the game, coming in for Alex Dooney. McAlester with a little bit more of a big approach here. Pouncil, Hill, Bickham, Rodney Washington, and all 6'3" or taller. Second free throw is back iron, but they get their rebound back with Cooper McNack in the mid-post. Outside to Green, right side. Man-to-man defense being played by the Buffaloes. Green trying to drive and tie up the game. 2 is in the air and missed. Offensive rebound again, this time by Jensen. Far corner for the lead. 3 is good. The Tigers take a 12-11 lead on too many second chance points. Driving in, Bickham can't handle the ball, but gets it back somehow, and the low post can't score. Caven Hill's got the offensive rebound, and Caven Hill scores. The freshman gives McAlester the lead right back. 13-12 our score. 1:48 left in the first. Caven Hill averaging just 2.4 rebounds a game. Outside, Green trying to go baseline. Up for 2, and then, too much contact on the arm by, that should be a foul on Bickham. That'll be McAllister's 4th team foul. First personal on Devion Bickham. Barely missed the ball there, but too much arm contact there by the sophomore. So Josiah Green at the free throw line. First one in the air to tie it up is no good. Back on the 17th of December, Coweta and their loss to McAlester was 58% from the charity stripe. Bickham comes out, Dooney comes in. On the floor is Pouncil, Dooney, Hill, Washington, and Cornish. Green trying to tie it up here. Spins the ball, takes a deep breath, right foot in front of the left. Shot is in the air and missed as well, missed them both. And we have ball get knocked out of bounds. Can McAlester end this possession?
Yeah, Coweta just 1 of 4.
No, it's still going to be Coeta's basketball. McAlester cannot get an end to the last 3 possessions, it seems like.
Coweta just 1 of 4 from the charity stripe so far.
Inbound to the far corner. Green passes right wing to Jensen. McAlester still leading 13-12. 1:30 left to go in the first quarter. Driving in Green, stopping high post. Back outside, near corner 3 on the way by Meadows for the lead. Can't get it. Bounces off the iron, and it will go out of bounds. Last touch by Coweta. As finally McAlester can go the other way.
Yeah, a lot of second chance opportunities for the Tigers here early.
And Wesley Phillips checks in for Caven Hill. Cornish inbounds to Dooney under 90 seconds left in the first quarter and a 1-point McAlester advantage. Cornish passes to Dooney. Dooney back up to Cornish, left front court. Cornish guarded well, feeds off to Washington. Washington dribbled the ball off of his foot and gets over to Phillips in the baseline. Now trying to drive is Dooney. His ball got stripped and it was last touched by Dooney out of bounds. So another McAlester turnover and giving the ball right back to the Tigers. If we were counting time of possession in our stats, I'm sure Coweta would be just dominating it right now. McAlester, for the first time tonight, will up the pressure and try to press a little bit, but they back on up as Meadows crosses the half-court line. Still guarded up well by Dooney. Dooney with 1 foul so far. Under a minute left in the first and a 1-point McAlester lead. A pass is going to be knocked out of bounds, kicked by Cornish on a pass intended for the low post. And this is the bad luck for McAlester. If that ball's not kicked, I think it will sail straight to Rodney Washington in the low post for a steal. But instead, it'll be a baseline inbound for Jensen and the Tigers. Jensen lobs it, tipped and stolen by Wesley Phillips. Ahead to Washington. 2-on-1. McAllister's got the advantage. Ahead to Pouncil. Pouncil with the layup. It's good. And Davian Pouncil with 11 points here in the first quarter gives McAllister a 15-12 lead. Jensen has trouble with the ball on the far sideline. He dribbles past Washington. Jensen towards the top of the key. Zooms, kicks near corner. Meadows tripped up. Lost the ball. Straight to Jensen. Jensen in the near corner, guarded well by Dooney. Tries to get past Dooney. Tries to create separation. Pass left elbow. Green on the drive. Green with the floater. Can't get it. Ball's going to be saved by Green to the near corner. Jensen driving. Low post. Up for two. Left it short. Foul called on Washington. Not much there, and I don't think Rodney should so much agree with the call, but that's going to be his first personal. 15 foul on McAllister. So should McAllister foul in these final 13 seconds, more free throws for the Tigers.
And Coweta now already with 5 offensive boards.
Jensen's first is no good. They continue to struggle from the free throw line. 1 of 5 from the charity stripe. As now Cade French comes in, so does Devion Bickham. Rodney Washington coming out, as well as Wesley Phillips. So it's Dooney, French, Bickham, Pouncil, and Cornish for these final 12 seconds. Second free throw is good. So they go 1 of 2 from the line there. 15-13, McAllister leads by 2. Should be the final possession of the first quarter for McAllister. 8 seconds. Cornish looking, finds French. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. French, 3 seconds to Bickham. 2 seconds. Right wing, fadeaway 3. Can't get it. And there's the buzzer. Would have been a fantastic shot if it fell. But McAllister at the end of 1 leads the Tigers 15-13 here at the MAC on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
I don't believe the Tigers subbed in the first quarter, and they bring out the starter still to begin the second quarter. Only 2 fouls on the Tigers in the first quarter. McAllister had 5, but they bring back out their starting 5, leading by 2. 15-13, McAllister leads as we just begin quarter number 2. They're on the right side of the half-court line with the ball. Washington left wing, passes high post to Pouncil. Pouncil driving, spin move in the paint. Floater on the way. He got it. Davian Pouncil, man, have yourself a night. 13 points already, 13 out of the 17 for the Buffaloes. He's already just 6 points away from tying his career high. And we just started the second quarter. The near corner, and stepping out of bounds before he drove was Cooper McNack. And that'll be a turnover on the Tigers. 17-13, McAllister leading by 4. Thanks to Davian Pouncil, who just loves playing at the MAC, man. His 19 points was against Durant back in the season opener at the MAC. Cross-court pass near corner, Pouncil. The right wing. Smith thought about the 3, back to Pouncil, near corner, bounce pass baseline. Trying to feed it back to Pouncil. It's knocked off of a Tiger towards the McAllister cheerleaders beyond the baseline. So Brandon Smith will do the honors of inbounding this ball closer to the corner than he is to the backboard. A lob out to Pouncil, right wing. Pouncil driving into the paint, lost the handles, and threw it straight to Cooper McNack as he was trying to get it back out over to Washington. Long pass, finding its way. Right wing 3 is off by Meadows and rebounded by Washington. 45 seconds into the second quarter, Washington taking it himself down the floor. Washington straight to the rack, can't score too strong with a shot. Offensive board, Devion Bickham going up for 2 and laying it home. Devion Bickham on the score sheet with 2 points, 19-13. McAllister leads by 6, their largest of the game. Green tries to answer back quickly, cannot do so. Bickham says, give me the ball. Buffalo's going the other way. Smith Guarded well by, I believe that's McNack. Passes baseline. Bickham leaves it in for Dooney. Dooney gets Green to jump up in the air, and he comes down hard on Dooney while Dooney was going up with the shot. So 2 free throws on the way for Alex Dooney. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Dooney, 75% from the free throw line on the season for McAlester, leads the team. He hits his first free throw. McAllister's had a solid start to the second quarter. Pouncil checks out. Caven Hill comes in. Dooney with his right foot slightly in front of the left. Can't get the second free throw. Offensive board by Rodney Washington. He'll dribble it himself straight away. Thought about the 3. No look pass down low to Caven Hill. Up for 2. Can't get the shot to go, though. Bickham rips it loose for the rebound. His shot is short with an air ball. And it's rebounded by Cooper McNack as the Tigers go the other way, but not before a pesky Bickham, and Dooney tries to get the ball back from Jensen. Long cross-court pass goes across the half-court line. Now all of a sudden we're in transition defense. Low post, foul called on Hill as he pushed Josiah Green in the low post. 20-13, McAlester leads by 7, 6:17 left in the half. That was Hill's team first of the second quarter. Jensen will lob it to Green in the far corner, passing high post to Meadows, back outside left wing. Newly inserted into the game, number 13, Noah Finley. He gives it to Jensen, who takes a left elbow, 2, and that one falls. Jensen's got 6 points, 20-15. McAlester leading by 5. First 2 points of the second quarter for the Tigers, coming 2 minutes into the second. Smith driving, lost the ball, trying to find Caven Hill in the low post, but it's knocked out, last touch by the Tigers. So Hill will inbound baseline. Hill quickly to Washington. Quick trigger, far corner. 3, painted gold. Rodney Washington matching his number. And he's got 5 points. The Buffaloes lead 23-15. This is despite Rodney and Brandon having combined 5 points right now. Wait till they start heating up. Jensen passes high post to Green. Green right elbow trying to drive on Bickham. And he lays into Bickham. We're going to be having a foul on the floor. They're going to call it on Bickham. I think that's the correct call. I know McAlester fans aren't going to like that. Bickham tried to sell it a little bit more.
And that's Bickham's second.
He did what he was supposed to do. I think that it just wasn't going to work there for Bickham on that play specifically. Wesley Phillips checks in for Devion Bickham, as Wyatt mentioned his second personal foul. Jensen looks to inbound baseline, tries to find Green. Phillips guards it well and forces Green to go to the corner. Backpedaling on up. Green still trying to work towards the paint, does so to the free throw line, takes the jumper, and he gets the soft roll in off the back iron. Now 23-17 game, McAlester leading by 6. Washington thought about left wing 3, instead drives. Creates separation, long 2 is short. Ball goes out beyond the perimeter, saved again by the man who shot the ball. Rebounded by Rodney Washington with the offensive board. Rodney driving in to the low post. 2 is on the way. Probably should have got some contact there and a whistle, but instead it's a missed 2 and rebounded by the Tigers. There's a lob across the half-court line. Driving in, McNack gets it to the near corner to Nips. Left wing 3 on the way by Jensen is in and out. Offensive rebound again by the Tigers. They don't really have the height advantage, but they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds. Near corner, McNack wide open, hits the 3. 23-20, McAlester leads by 3. Struggling to end Coweta possessions. 4:43 left in the half. Rodney driving, trying to find Wesley Phillips down low. He's wide open. He's got the ball back outside. Dooney, left wing, driving. Dooney up for a tough 2, and he's fouled on the way up. Dooney, 2 free throws coming his way. Tigers have been living off of second chance points so far. We don't have that specific stat, but man, that's the reason why they're 3 points away.
So far, 4 of 5 from the charity stripe tonight.
How many offensive rebounds for the Tigers so far, if you don't mind?
Offensive rebound 6.
So Dooney, 2 free throws coming up here. The foul is on number 15, Nate Nips, his second personal, as Dooney hits the first free throw. That's the second team foul on the Tigers as well. Pouncil checks in for Hill. And Bickham comes in for Wesley Phillips. So the starting 5 back on the floor for the Buffaloes. Smith and Bickham both playing with 2. Dooney's second free throw is good as well. And he's got 3 points. And the Buffaloes have a 5-point lead. Now Cade French checking in for Dooney. So Meadows will inbound, finding Green. Back over to Meadows, who take it down the floor, guarded by Cade French. Meadows across that court line, dribbles up to the three-point line. Picks up his dribble, passes high post. Driving in, trying to find someone else now, and they find Meadows on the far corner with a bounce pass. Meadows eyes the rim, now can't find anyone. Lobs it in, tipped pass, taken back by the Tigers. Now on the deck, Bickham dives after it, ripped back by McNack. McNack in the paint, lost the ball again. Taken back by the Buffaloes. Bickham's got it, and Dooney says, let's calm down. We got it. Timeout. That thing was controlled by no one for about 15 seconds.
Great fight by Bickham, though.
But Bickham got the steal. 4:03 left to go in the first half. Buffaloes lead 25-20. We'll take a break. You're listening to McAlester Basketball on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Now we celebrate.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. From now until the end of January, we are celebrating 10 years of serving and being a part of your community. We'll be running some of our biggest sales and service specials ever, so if you need a vehicle for the family, a truck for your business, or some economical transportation, we have it for you. So come make it happen at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula at our 10-year anniversary sale.
You're joining us in the middle of action as I'm sorry, we almost missed a fantastic alley-oop dunk. It did not happen. They just a little bit short on the feed from Brandon Smith to Rodney Washington, and the ball went rolling out of bounds, but that is where we are at in the middle of action there. It was supposed to be a 60-second timeout, but they entered play after only 30. McAlester is leading 25-20 over the Coweta Tigers. You did not miss the next great Rodney Washington dunk, I promise you, but you did catch a Devion Bickham third foul here before the end of the first half. Now will force Alex Dooney to come into the game. 3:42 left to go in the first half. McAlester is leading 25-20 over the Coweta Tigers. Into some foul trouble right now. Alex Dooney checks in for Devion Bickham on the floor with Rodney Washington, Cade French, Brandon Smith, and Davian Pouncil. An inbound into the backcourt. Josiah Green has it, guarded by Dooney. Green spins past Dooney. Tries getting towards the baseline and does so, but picks up his dribble in the process. Feeds outside to Nibs. Nibs right wing, bounce pass, tipped by French, but gathered back by the Tigers. Now bounce pass low post, retrieves it as McNack turnaround jump shot is made. A lot of dangerous passes, but somehow the Tigers always are able to get it back. Smith past one man to the high post. Smith floater in the paint, back irons it. Rebounded by the Tigers. Down the low post with it, Nate Nibs comes up with the rebound and a 3-point McAlester advantage. Left wing Jensen. Passes the high post. McNack back outside into the far corner. Meadows. Meadows feeds a baseline. Driving in McNack for two and gets it. Pulls the Tigers within one. 25-24. Cooper McNack now into double digits with 10 points. Washington drives. Stops. Baseline. Reverses direction. Long pass. Left wing three by TNT. Boom goes the dynamite. Brandon Smith hits 7 of those suckers against the Coweta Tigers back in December. There's his first one of the night and his first 3 points of the game. 28-24, McAlester now leads by double possessions again. Green lost the ball, well guarded by Alex Dooney as it rolls out of bounds. Green was one in the foul on Dooney, but Dooney claps his hands and says, I'll take the ball instead. Hill checks in for Cade French. 2:28 left in the half. Are they going to say this is Coweta basketball? They're giving the ball to the Tigers.
Wow. I don't know how that works.
I don't know either. I don't think it was ever touched by Dooney. He made contact with Dooney. There's not a foul on Dooney, but they're going to say the ball was last touched by Dooney, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Here's a lob into the backcourt. Taken is LaMarco Bell. Bell into the game for the first time today. He overhead passes it to the left wing to Meadows. Meadows high post pass into the paint. Bounce pass baseline back outside to the right wing. Jensen trying to drive. Pass Pouncil up with the 2, and they can't score. It's a fight for the board, and Jensen's got another one. Another offensive rebound here for the Tigers. Right wing trailing 3 on the way by Meadows is nothing but net. 28-27 on a sequence of events that never favored McAlester there. 2 minutes left to go in the first half.
Tigers are 5 of 12 from 3.
Dooney passes left wing. Washington straight away. The dynamite duo between Washington and Smith has really been bottled up so far. Only 8 combined points in the first half by them. Pouncil driving in, floaters up, he got another one. Instead, Davian Pouncil says, I'll do the work. 15 points by the sophomore Davian Pouncil, and 1.
He's a perfect 6 of 6 right now from the field.
He shoots, he scores right this way, Mr. Davian Pouncil to the charity stripe. And his career high is 19, and he's now 4 points away from tying that. And we have not even reached halftime. He's not in foul trouble, not a single foul on Davian Pouncil yet. Tries to get the Buffaloes up by double possessions. The free throw is in the air. Too strong with it. He cannot do so. Rebounded by the Tigers. 3-point McAlester advantage. Passing ahead, not handled well. They had to get it back outside, but the Tigers do still keep the possession. Being saved by, that was Bell. Bounce pass down low to Bell. Bell guarded well by Hill. Now throws it straight to Brandon Smith. 2-on-1 in transition. Smith driving towards the rim. Goes up for 2. He's fouled. He got it and 1. Brandon Smith. He shoots, he scores right this way, Mr. Smith to the charity stripe. And all of a sudden, we're looking at a 1-point lead. It's now up to 5 and a chance to be able to make it 6.
Brandon Smith, whenever he's driving down to the paint, he won't be denied.
Fouls on Jensen. That's his first personal. Team 4th. Hill comes out as we have Ryan Cornish check in. The legend John Homer in the building. Had to give me a handshake there. Hope he enjoyed the call. He is right next to me. Smith's free throw is in the air and good, and McAlester leads 33-27. McAlester will press. They're feeling some momentum here. Bell will dribble, guarded up by Cornish as McAlester all falls back. Across the half-court line, Bell guarded still by Cornish, and we have a foul off ball, and it'll be an offensive foul on the Tigers. Dooney hit the deck. Did not see who was the one that made the foul. We'll get the number here in just a second. It looks like it's going to be number 4. I don't have a number 4. I was just given a new roster today. I don't have a number 4 for the Tigers. That could be Bo Thomas. I think that's Bo Thomas. I'll make sure I get that right in just a little bit. Bounce pass near corner. Rodney Washington 3, little short, but right there on the other side, Brandon Smith cleans up the missed shot. The offensive board put back by Brandon Smith gives him 8 first half points. Long touchdown pass finding its way to Bell. He goes up with the 2, but can't finish. 2 free throws on the way for LaMarco Bell.
And Brandon Smith's starting to find it. He's got 8 now.
So again, I think number 4 is Bo Thomas. That would be his first personal that he had just a little bit ago. But free throw is on the way regardless for LaMarco Bell. First one in the air is good. Tigers have 5 fouls, so next foul will send McAlester to the line. Really, next foul by either team will send the other to the line. Cornish checks out. French comes in. 52 seconds left in the half. Again, it's Washington, Dooney, Pouncil, Smith, and French on the floor. McAlester now playing a little bit more small ball. Second shot by Bell is good as well. Nothing but net. 6-point McAlester lead. French down the floor, and yeah, he just traveled there. Did not know if he wanted to go with the left. And as he saw a Tiger close in on the passing lane, he decided to go right and took an extra step. He gives the ball right back to the Tigers. McAlester averaging 15.1 turnovers per game, which is more than where they wanted to be, but also certainly a lot better than what they had at a year ago. Down the floor, Meadows bounce passes high post. Back outside to Jensen, left wing. Jensen back to Meadows, right wing. 40 seconds left in the half. Excuse me, that's Meadows now with the ball in the left wing. Getting hard to read with these great numbers. Here's a ball that gets knocked out of bounds. Bell couldn't handle it. Bell was trying to plead that he got fouled. The officials won't blow the whistle for that play, and it will be McAlester basketball as Wesley Phillips comes in now for Cade French. Who had the ball earlier, by the way, was Noah Finley. 32 seconds left in the half. 35-29, McAlester leading by 6. Pouncil crosses over a man, tries driving towards the high post area. Spin move down in the low post, and Pouncil, man, have yourself a night. He's got 17 first half points.
And 7 of 7 shooting.
37-29. Has not missed a shot tonight, Davian Pouncil. Bounce pass inside, great pass. Backpedaling back on out is Meadows. That pass was from Bell earlier. Near corner being guarded well by Phillips. Phillips knocks it loose, and it will, I believe, stay with the Tigers, though, but well guarded by Wesley Phillips, the senior, with 7 seconds left in the half. This has been a good end to the second quarter so far for the Buffaloes. They're trying to keep that momentum in these final 7 seconds. Jensen will look, lobs it. Right wing, knocked loose, taken by Smith, 4 seconds, towards the rim, goes up with a shot, missed it, and jumping on top of a man was Rodney Washington, and he came down hard. And he is slow to get up with 0.9 seconds left in the half. Takes some time to collect himself, but it looks like he's going to be okay, as after he hit the deck, he jumped over a man. Not many people can do that. Just want to go ahead and say how non-rare that is. It'll be Tiger basketball with the second. Jensen gives it a heave towards the basket, and it comes up a little short, and that'll be the end of the first half. 37-29, the McAlester Buffaloes lead the Coweta Tigers. I think we have enough time to be able to take a break and be back with halftime stats when we return. You're listening to McAlester Buffalo basketball here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
But at the end of the first half, the McAlester Buffaloes lead the Coweta Tigers by 8. 37-29 is the score. McAlester Buffaloes led in the first half by 4 at the break before winning by 19 at the end of the game against Coweta, as McAllister's trying to break a 3-game losing streak to win their first game since they defeated Pryor back in this building on December 20th. So they're trying to get their first win of the calendar year. Let's look at your halftime stats, brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
All right, Wyatt, take us away with our stats.
All right, Davian Pouncil leads in scoring at the half with 17 points on 7 of 7 shooting and 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. That's good for 75%. He also has 4 boards, 3 offensive and 1 defensive. Looking at Brandon Smith, he's got 8 so far on the night, good for 50% shooting. He also has 1 offensive board and 3 steals for Brandon Smith. Rodney Washington has 5 on the night on 20% shooting. He also has 5 boards. And Alex Dooney has 3 points on the night, all coming from the charity stripe, 3 of 4, good for 75%. Also looks like Devin Bickham has 4 boards, 3 offensive and 1 defensive, and he also has 2 points on the night. That's going to round out your scoring.
All right, looking at our team stats now.
Your McAlester Buffaloes are shooting 44% from the field at the half, while Coweta is 10 of 25. That is good for 40%. Looks like McAlester 2 of 6 from 3. That is good for 33%. Coweta is 5 of 13. That is good for 38%. McAlester 7 of 9 from the charity stripe. That's good for 78%. Meanwhile, Coweta 4 of 8, 50%. It looks like McAlester has 10 offensive boards and 5 defensive boards. That's good for 15 overall. Coweta has 7 boards offensively and 6 defensive boards. That's good for 13. Looks like McAlester, they have 5 steals, and looks like they forced 7 Coweta turnovers. Coweta has 2 steals, and they forced 4 McAlester turnovers. Also, McAlester with 1 block.
All right, so as we're looking at our keys to the second half, Why? What are you looking for the Buffaloes to do a little bit better in the second half to be able to improve their lead here?
Really, just too many second chance points for Coweta. There, 7 offensive boards in that first half. Coweta just had possession of the ball too much.
Yeah.
And also, too, Rodney Washington has 5 points right now. Not bad, but if we can really see Rodney Washington get going, and you have Davian Pouncil and Brandon Smith, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the second half.
I absolutely agree. I think right now the McAlester Buffaloes, I think you hit the nail on the head. Their main issue right now is that, they have more offensive rebounds than the Coweta Tigers at 10-7, but Coweta's scoring has been because McAlester hasn't been able to get as many defensive rebounds that we want. Because you're saying that, well, yes, they only have 7, talking about the Coweta and their offensive rebound stat. McAlester should be getting more defensive rebounds to be able to end possessions. Instead, they're not being able to corral the ball. It's going out of bounds, leading to more shot attempts for the Coweta Tigers, and they're making the most out of some of those. As we mentioned, a lot of the threes, I think at least 2 or 3 different instances where they have hit threes out of the 5 that they made have been on second chance opportunities. So for the McAlester Buffaloes to try to improve their lead tonight, they're going to have to, again, end Coweta possessions, because you're looking at an 8-point McAlester lead. It should be a lot wider, and it probably would be if they're able to corral some shots. And also, Coach Dooney, I was talking to him the other day, and he said it's kind of a new rule for him, that if you can't get a rebound, if you're not able to box out and get a rebound, then you're going to get subbed. I mean, you're just going to get subbed out. I'm going to go find someone that will. If that guy can't, then I'm going to try. You're going to get another chance to do so. So it's the next man up. So he wants to find someone that's going to be ending possessions. Talks about how good McAllister's defense is, but over the last couple of games where they've lost the games to Durant and to Tulsa Memorial, you don't see it as much because you haven't been able to end possessions. So that's what's leading to the more points that we've been seeing. And so far, the 29 from the Coweta Tigers, who only average 40 points a game. So the Buffaloes can, again, end Coweta possessions. I think that they could be on their way to breaking that 3-game losing streak and getting back into the top half of the 5A4 standings. Again, those are your first half stats and keys to the second half, brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net. This is Brandon Green alongside Wyatt Hubbard, bringing you McAlester basketball in the first home game of the calendar year 2025. And again, reminder that tomorrow McAlester travels down to Hugo. They picked up those games at the Hugo Festival to try to make up for some of the games they missed at the Primus Moore Invitational that was canceled due to the weather last week. So the girls play at 1:30 tomorrow against Idabel, and the boys play at 6 against the host team Hugo. Keep that in mind. Those games will be on the radio, KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, online at McAllisterRadio.com or on the KNED tab. But at halftime of this game, the Buffaloes lead 37-29 in this district bout against the Coweta Tigers. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to McAlester Basketball here on KNED.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444485. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks. Or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same-day or next-day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need...
About to begin the second half, we're going to switch sides here. The McAlester Buffaloes will now be shooting on the left side of the half-court line, the Tigers on the right. Let us know where you're listening from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio or on Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. We'll try to do our best to be able to give you a shout-out. Twitter is the best use rather than Facebook, and if you're, new to Twitter, it's X now, but whatever. I still call it Twitter. 37-29, the McAlester Buffaloes lead the Coweta Tigers as the buzzer is about to sound right now. It's like I'm a psychic. The McAlester Buffaloes will roll out with their starting five in the second half. Devion Bickham, the only one in foul trouble. He's got 3 personal fouls. Smith has 2. I think Dooney, I can't remember if he has 2 or not, but otherwise we do have the starting 5 on the floor for the McAlester Buffaloes.
Dooney has 1.
So we can only Bickham, the only one in foul trouble. Coweta gets the ball into the backcourt, and we're back underway. Down the far sideline, Jensen guarded well by Dooney. Stops on a dime at the left wing. Cross-court pass to the right wing. McNack with the ball. McNack trying to drive on Smith. Says no dice. Pass to the right wing that is Green. Green guarded up well by Pouncil. High post. Green tries to find someone back outside. Quick trigger 3 on the way by Meadows is good. Hit off the iron and hit the glass and then fell. And it's a 37-32 game. Good start to the second half for the Tigers. Passing it outside. Brandon Smith tries to answer back, and he does so. Paint it gold. Brandon Smith says, whatever you can do, I can do better. 40-32. It's an 8-point McAlester lead. 7:18 left to go in the third.
Brandon Smith now with 11.
Right wing trying to drive is Jensen. Jensen gives it up late to Green. Green up for 2, and he lays it home over Devion Bickham. 40-34. Quickly, McAlester goes the other way. Smith, spin move into the paint. Goes up for 2. Left it short, though. Nice move towards the basket. Just could not finish. Rebounded by the Tigers. Forces McAlester to go one and done. There's a tough pass intercepted by Devion Bickham. 2-on-2 to the other side of the basket. Euro step. Reverse layup. No good. Gets his own rebound. Goes up with a tough 2 off the glass. Can't finish. Davian Pouncil couldn't get the rebound, but it's rolled out of bounds. Last touched by the Tigers, who stripped it away from Pouncil. Bickham, a lot of hustle plays there on that possession, but it does still lead to a 2A McAlester possession. Smith will inbound baseline right at the glass. 6:44 left in the third. Quick pass to the near corner. Pouncil wide open. Corner 3 is short. Offensive rebound. Devion Bickham misses the shot. It was blocked and rebounded on the other side by Jensen. Overhead pass to McNack. McNack driving. Goes up for 2. Lays it short. Gets his own rebound up for 2. Banks that one in. 40-36. McAlester up by 4 now. 6:25 left in the third. Shovel pass right wing Pouncil. Feeds it baseline. Bickham. Bounce pass back to Pouncil, who tried driving. Stripped loose. Stolen by Meadows. Tigers with a hot start to the second half. They've cut an 8-point deficit in half. Jensen, right wing, drives past Dooney. Stops high post. Gathers it back. Now stolen by Dooney. Dooney head over to Bickham. Bickham 3-on-3. Bickham towards the rim. Goes up with another reverse layup. This time he draws the whistle, and he'll go to the free throw line. This trip to the charity stripe brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951.
McAllister 7 of 9 from the line tonight so far.
Devion Bickham's been a little while since he's been able to take a free throw attempt. He's 53% from the charity stripe on the season, though. His first one is up and good. Wesley Phillips comes in. He's played a pretty good game on the glass and also defensively. He checks in for Davian Pouncil with our first sub of the second half. 6:01 left in the third quarter. Bickham takes a look over at his head coach, Mike Dooney. Takes a second look, who's still trying to direct what the Buffaloes should do. Bickham, unbothered, hits the second free throw. What I mean by unbothered, he did still listen to Dooney, but he's like, the interruption did not bother me one bit. I'm still going to make this free throw. 5:55 left in the third, a 6-point McAlester lead. Down the floor goes Cooper McNack, trying to cross over Brandon Smith. Not many people can do that. Pass high post. Gathering it is Green. Green up for the 2. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Bickham. Bickham down the floor again with a head full of steam. Feeds it over to Smith. Smith left wing, feeds it back to a trailing Bickham. Looks inside, tries to find Dooney. He bats it over towards Phillips. Phillips couldn't handle it in the low post, and we'll have a tie ball here. That should go to McAlester. Should stay with the Buffaloes, and it will. Tigers had the ball to begin the third quarter, so McAlester basketball.
And a great job by Dooney there, too, batting that ball up in the air to make sure the Buffs retain possession.
Absolutely. Did not have a chance of rebounding it, so he had to do that. An inbound pass, though, going to be stolen by Jensen, leading to a wide-open layup on the other side. If Rodney Washington can do a LeBron and chase down that block, look at Rodney Washington go. Rebounded by Bickham on the other side. Bickham to the left wing. Smith. He turned on the Jets for that chase down block near corner Dooney. Lobbing high post. Washington back outside, wide open. Bickham will try driving. Baseline. Floater contested. He got the Buffalo bounce. Devion Bickham got 6 points tonight. 44-36. Buffaloes lead by 8. Their halftime lead that they had just a bit ago. Under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Driving in Jensen. Kind of got tripped up near the high post. I think he also got hit up high is what it looks like. Based on Jensen's reaction there. We'll see who the foul's on. It's on Bickham. Bickham's coming straight over towards the bench. That means he knows it was on him. That'll be his fourth, so Caven Hill will check in for Devion Bickham. Pouncil's going to come in as well if they allow him to do so before the inbound. He'll come in for Wesley Phillips. So the starting five in for the Buffaloes with the exception of Hill in for Bickham. He played a great third quarter before he got that fourth foul, by the way. Jensen finds a wide open Josiah Green, and that's the easiest two he's ever going to take off the left block. Good play drawn up there by the head coach of the Tigers, Matt Watson. Back to a 6-point lead for the Buffaloes. Dooney has his pocket pick. Gathering it back in the backcourt is Dooney, and he's fouled as he tries crossing the half-court line. Cooper McNack with the foul. That's going to be his second personal, team second. What has been a back-and-forth third quarter. Smith inbounds back to Dooney. Dooney quick pass to Washington to the left wing to Pouncil to the high post to Dooney. Dooney backing up his man, trying to find an open space, goes up for two, wildly off. Washington was wanting at the top of the key for an open three. Across the half-court line, Green tries getting past Pouncil. Wide dribble, is able to find it to the far corner. Driving in, kicking back out, right wing three on the way by Meadows. Hit one earlier and hit one again. Caden Meadows pulls it to a 3-point game, 44-41. The Tigers already passed their points per game margin at 39.9.
And that was their 7th three on the night, 7 of 15.
Smith from the parking lot answers back. Once again answering a Caden Meadows three with one of his own. And the Buffaloes pull back within 6, 47-41.
And that was Brandon Smith's 3rd three on the night, 3 of 3, 14 points.
Driving in, good ball handling. McNack to the corner for three. This one's back ironed and rebounded by Caven Hill. Ends the Coweta possession, forcing them to go one and done. Can McAlester gain the momentum after the Brandon Smith three? Driving in, Rodney Washington in for two. He can't bounce it in. Offensive board. Caven Hill has his shot blocked. Straight to Dooney with the offensive board. Dooney up for two. He's hacked. He'll go to the line. You got all that?
I believe so.
Like you never missed a beat, right?
Never.
What has it been like? It's almost been 10 months since the last time you've done this job. Wyatt? Dooney to the free throw line. This trip to the charity stripe brought to you by Big V Feed Center for your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices. As Dooney can't hit the first free throw, call 918-426-1951 for Big V Feed Center. Wesley Phillips back in for Caven Hill. 6-point McAlester lead, 3:32 left in the third. Dooney's second free throw, he's going to leave that short. Didn't look right out of his right hand, so he goes 0 of 2 from the line for McAllister's leading free throw shooter percentage-wise. Jensen down the floor in a 6-point McAlester lead. Jensen stops, still guarded by Dooney. Passes to the right wing to Meadows. Low post to Green. Green guarded well by Phillips, has to get it back out. Between the rings, driving right, stopping on a dime. And breaking his ankles, McNack takes the right wing three and can't bury it, though. We have a fight for the rebound. It looks like Dooney's going to get it, now lost it back. Dooney gathers it back across half-court line, now 3 and 2 in transition. Corner three by Smith. Paying it goal. Brandon Smith says, I ain't messing around. Another made three. That's his 5th one of the game. He's got 12 made threes against Coweta alone this season. Timeout by Coach Watson, and it's a 9-point game-high lead for the Buffaloes. 50-41, 2:50 left in the third. We'll take that break and be back here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Brandon Smith kind of struggled the last 3 games, but man, has he answered back in a big-time way, trying to get back into the top half of the 5A4 standings. Brandon Smith, 5 of 5 from downtown. He's got 17 points, and the Buffaloes now lead by a game-high 9 points, 50-41. 2:50 left in the third quarter. Coach Watson had to call a timeout. The Tigers have 3 left. Buffaloes have 4. 3 team fouls on the Tigers here in the third to 1 on McAlester. That one was on Devion Bigham for his 4th foul. Cornish checks in. Phillips is in as well with Brandon Smith, Rodney Washington, and Davian Pouncil. And inbound to the backcourt, and we're back underway. Jensen trying to get past Washington. A lob to the top of the key. Green passes left wing. Now on the drive, pulling up free throw line. Pop and shot by McNack was too strong. It's tipped and rebounded by Wesley Phillips, who's played a great game in some major minutes tonight. Feeds it backwards over to Washington. Washington to the edge of the circle, standing on the M logo. Looking, back door, near corner 3 by Davian Pouncil. Got it! Painted gold. New career high, Davian Pouncil. He's got 20. And McAlester leads 53-41. 2:15 left in the third. Driving in Jensen, lobs the far corner. Get McNack on the drive, cross-court pass over to Meadows. Meadows sidestep, left wing. To the left with the right wing 3. Can't make it. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Rodney Washington. And it will be Coweta basketball still. And I think Wesley Phillips, he lost his glasses on the other side of the floor. He played defense without his glasses. And anyone that needs glasses knows that can be kind of hard to do. So Coach Dooney's over here saying, hey, let's get Phillips' glasses back. Jensen tries to inbound. Left at the glass. Baseline still looking. Now lobs it into traffic, but taken back by the Tigers. Near corner, Green guarded up by Pouncil. Green trying to drive past Pouncil. Great defense, knocks him over, gets the ball back. Green for 2, too strong, and rebounded by Rodney Washington. Quarterback pass trying to find Smith. Does so on a dime. Smith towards the rim, up for 2. Brandon Smith. He's got 19, and McAlester leads by 14 points, 55-41. From the dime by Rodney Washington to the excellent finish by Brandon Smith, like sea to shining sea. Right wing Green to the near corner. With the ball, Meadows trying to find it back over to Green, and getting behind the back of Green and making too much contact was Davian Pouncil. That'll be McAllister's 2nd team foul, but good news for Pouncil, that's only his 1st. He's been able to play as aggressive as he wants to for the majority tonight because he's played aggressive yet smart. Inbound to the near corner. Green feeds it back over to Jensen. Jensen thought about a 3, now spins, goes sideways, takes the long 2, and you'll let him have that. Long 2, but it is a 2, and that ends the McAlester run. That was a 12-0 run by McAlester that they just went on. Driving in the other way, Rodney Washington showing off the moves, making it look like it ain't a thing. Goes up, goes back down, and comes back up with a finish with the right hand, and it's a 57-43, 14-point lead again for the McAlester Buffaloes with 60 seconds left in the third.
And Rodney's now got 7.
Green at the top of the key, hands it off to Jensen. Jensen at the free throw line takes the long jumper again, and again at the net. Jensen's been really good with the mid-range game so far. He's got 10 points tonight. Back-to-back possessions with those long 2s. Rodney Washington lobbing into the corner. Pouncil will take another corner 3. Paint it gold. Davian Pouncil. 23 points for the sophomore.
Well, Davian Pouncil's hot tonight. 23 points.
A night to remember here on this Friday night in MacTown for Davian Pouncil. High post. Green turnaround jumper from the right elbow. Too strong. Cornish has got the rebound. Cornish looking for someone. Finds Washington. 2-on-2 in transition. Washington, left wing, driving towards the rim, throws it off, tried throwing it off at Jensen. I don't think he really knew what he wanted to do, but Washington is coming up limping, too, on the other side. Going to the other way, Cooper McNack gives it off over to Green. Green lays it in, but again, Rodney Washington limping right now. Looks like he's favoring that right ankle, but he still wants the ball. Top of the key, Smith at the buzzer, banks it in! That's how the third quarter ends. Brandon Smith still perfect from downtown as he's got 22. 63-47 on the runner, banked it in. The bank is open at 8:26 in McAlester, Oklahoma on a Friday night. We'll take 30 seconds and be back. Put those scores up in the air, Buffalo fans. What a third quarter it was. 63-47 our score here on KNED.
Now we celebrate.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. From now until the end of January, we are celebrating 10 years of serving and being a part of your community. We'll be running some of our biggest sales and service specials ever, so if you need a vehicle for the family, a truck for your business, or some economical transportation, we have it for you. So come make it happen at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula at our 10-year anniversary sale.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. It was a third quarter for the ages for the McAlester Buffaloes as they ended up scoring, make that 26 third quarter points, and they held the Tigers, who had a pretty good third quarter themselves. They ended up putting up what was 18 points, but McAlester improves their lead now to 16 behind the three ball of Brandon Smith, who is 5 of 5 from downtown, 22 points. Can't be much better than Brandon Smith this tonight, Wyatt.
No, he is locked in.
Pair that with the Davian Pouncil masterclass. He's got 23 points. Those two sophomores combining for 45 out of the Buffalo's 63 points. Their season high on the year is 80. Yeah, right at 80 that they had against the Tahlequah Tigers back in the season opener. They're hoping to maybe pass that, but right now, more than anything, they just want the win, and the Coweta Tigers having a pretty good offensive showing themselves here in this one. They get the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Top of the key, driving in, kicking out right wing. With the ball is Finley. Finley bounce passes to the near corner, back down to the low post. 2 is on the way, and up and good. Scored by Nate Nibbs, who's had to sit the entire third quarter, who had 4 fouls. He had the first 5 points for the Tigers, his first 2 points since the early moments of this game. Cross-court pass, Pouncil. Near corner 3. This one's short, though. Ball's being fought for, and it will be rebounded by the Tigers going the other way. Up for 2, wide open. Missing the layup is Noah Finley. Smith's got the rebound. Wide open layup, just missed it. Smith to the top of the key, weaving through traffic. Towards the rim, coast to coast, can't finish. Wesley Phillips has got the rebound down in the low post. We'll have a tie ball here. It should still be McAlester basketball. This is a good chance to tell you who's on the floor. Rodney Washington, Brandon Smith, Davian Pouncil, Wesley Phillips, and Alex Dooney. Again, Bickham not playing yet as he's got 4 fouls right now. 7:16 left in the game. McAlester leading 63-49. Smith looks, lobs it, and outs it over to Rodney Washington, left front court. Pass high post. Dooney, left elbow. Finding someone, finds Washington outside the three-point line. Shovel pass into the corner. Pouncil trying to drive into the paint. Goes up for a tough 2. He draws the contact, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. And I think that foul, yeah, it's going to be on number 0, Cooper McNack. That'll be his third personal, team first on the Tigers. 2 free throws for Davian Pouncil, who's already set a new career high tonight. 19 was his previous. He's up to 23 tonight.
McAlester shooting 9 of 13 for the Lions so far.
Pouncil's first free throw is good. That's McAllister's first point of the fourth quarter. Bickham checks back in for Phillips. Again, Bickham's going to have to be careful playing with 4 fouls right now. 15-point McAlester lead, and the Buffaloes beat the Coweta Tigers by 15 earlier this year as Pouncil hits both free throws. That final score was 65-46. McAllister's already reached that 65-point mark. They're averaging 63 points per game on the year, so they've already passed that mark as well. Just been a high-scoring game as we're over 100 points for these two teams with 7 minutes left. Cade French also checks in at 0 guarding 0. As McNabb gets it to the high post, the ball gets rolled out of bounds. Last touch by the Buffaloes, though, as they were trying to get the steal. And right now, Devion Bickham is dodging cheerleaders, trying not to get kicked. Jensen will inbound. I believe that's Jensen baseline. Tries looking. Can't find anyone. Now does so to the low post. Back outside, far corner. Wide open 3 is hit. And I believe that's Noah Finley in on the 3, his first 3 points of the game.
Tigers are now 8 of 19 from beyond the arc.
Good 3-point shooting night for the Tigers. Pass down in the low post is somehow not going to hit anybody. So his last touch by Alex Dooney, who tried throwing it on a bounce to Devion Bickham down the low post. Still 13-point lead for the Buffaloes, but again, with the way the Tigers have been shooting the 3-ball tonight with a pretty successful rate, still anyone's game. Pass left wing, looking down low. Nibbs Being guarded by Bickham. Can't do anything with it. Has to get it back outside. There should be a 3 seconds. Yep, 3 seconds in the lane. Haven't had one called this year, but if you were ever going to call one, that was going to be it. Nibs having to play a little bit more careful, like I said, with 4 fouls on him.
Great defense by the Buffaloes there. With the way the Coweta Tigers are shooting the 3 ball tonight, you don't want to give them too many possessions.
Cross court, French passes down low. Bickham gathers it, double team, dribbles out of it, into the paint, floater on the way, left it short. Hits off the front side of the rim and rebounded again by the Tigers. 5:55 left in the game, and driving in and getting a foul here will be Jensen, fouled by Alex Dooney. That'll be his second. Team first, by the way, we had Pouncil at the free throw line earlier here in the fourth quarter. That trip to the free throw line was brought to you by Big V Feed Center for your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices. Call 918-426-1951. As Pouncil is getting ready to check back in for the Buffaloes, he will come in for Rodney Washington. And I think if that's not Rodney's first seed of the day, it's probably his second. Here's an inbound. Driving in, McNack for 2. That's a nice shot by McNack in transition. And he's cut the deficit from 16 down to 11. Bickham trying to drive, getting those 2 points right back. Can he do so? He does. Down the lane like it ain't a thing. 2 points right back by Devion Bickham. He's got 8 tonight. 5:38 left to go in the game. Jensen down the floor, and their orange road jerseys. McNack baseline, stutter steps, passes back out to the left wing. Jensen for 3, banks it in. And all of a sudden, Coweta cannot miss here in the fourth quarter. They're 9 of 20 from 3. Brandon is 5 of 5. He decides to give it up at the top of the key. Over to French. French trying to drive. Back outside to Smith. Smith right wing. Smith driving. Lost the ball on his way towards the basket. This is a 10-point game right now. Smith trying to get it back. And the Coweta Tigers slowly but surely getting back into making this a nervous game for the Buffaloes. Green into the corner, and we're going to be having a foul on Brandon Smith away from the ball.
That's Brandon Smith's third.
Wesley Phillips will come in for Cade French. Rodney Washington checking in for, Brandon Smith. In a 10-point McAlester lead, but Coweta's had a really good scoring game. Again, nearly 20 points over their season average so far. I'm going to have to check OSA, but it might be getting close to their season high. Jensen passes angle right to Green. Green guarded by Phillips out by the perimeter. Green lobs it down to the low post to Nips. Guarded up by Bickham. Up for 2. Can't bank it in. Gets his own rebound. Back outside right wing. Driving in McNack. McNack back out to the right wing. To the near corner. 3-pointer on the way by McNack. It's off the back iron. Rebounded. On the deck. Dooney dives after it. And now we'll have a Coweta rebound. Timeout called by Matt Watson with 4:33 left in the game. Buffaloes lead 67-57. We'll take that break with them and be back. You're listening to McAlester Basketball here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
It's been a good shooting game for the Coweta Tigers. That's why they're in this game still. McAlester has also shot the ball well today. 67-57 is the score. McAlester leading by 10 with 4:33 left in the game. But you have some interesting information on the Coweta Tigers when we get the chance out of the break. Here's an inbound to the right wing. Again, the Tigers with the basketball trying to get up by under double digits as here is a foul on the shot. And now we got to wait and see who it's on. It will be on Davian Pouncil. That's just his second. But it's McAllister's third team foul and 2 free throws coming up for number 12, Caden Meadows. So here is the interesting information. This is only the second time this year that the Coweta Tigers have scored over 50 points in a game as they missed the first free throw from Meadows. The only other time they've gotten plus 50 points was in a 52-48 overtime win against Durant. Again, they needed overtime to get to 52 points. That's how well they shot the ball tonight based on where they've been the rest of the season. The second free throw is missed as well, but Green's got the offensive rebound. Left wing, long three by Jensen is short, and we have another offensive board by McNack. McNack baseline, feeds it to the high post.
Now 12 offensive boards for Coweta.
Green driving in, right block 2 is up, and now it's an 8-point game. McAlester led by 16 at the beginning of this quarter. It's now 67-59. Lob left wing. Smith bounce pass to the edge of the circle. The right front court, McAlester kind of trying to kill time here as we're halfway through the fourth quarter. Still don't want to just stop scoring, though, because Coweta, that's all they're doing. High post. Pouncil back outside. Smith near corner, wide open three. Can't get it. Coming back in, Rodney Washington. He tries cleaning it up. Can't do it on the first try, but on the next offensive board, he puts it back in without a problem as the Buffaloes now lead 69-59. 3:36 left in the game. Jensen top of the key trying to cross over Alex Nooney into the corner. McNack side shovel down to the low post. Straight to Brandon Smith with the steal. Smith to head over to Washington. Washington right past one man. Gives it up late over to Devion Bickham in the low post. He can't finish, but he will be fouled. Devion Bickham going to the line for 2 free throws here.
And Brandon Smith now with 4 steals on the night.
He's averaging 3.1 steals a game. That's not easy to do. Fouls on number 0, Cooper McNack. That's his 4th. Team 2nd of the fourth quarter. Bickham 2 of 2 from the charity stripe tonight. A 53% free throw shooter, and I believe he's got 8 points on the night so far. No one down low to rebound for Bickham yet as Coach Dooney wants to talk to the rest of his 4 players. The first free throw is made by Bickham. Those 4 players are Smith, Washington, Pouncil, and Dooney. I love Washington. He knew after the first free throw was made, he had to give his applause. Didn't have to, but he wanted to. He said, man, good job. We needed that one. Buffaloes get up to 70 points tonight. Second free throw is up, and Bickham, perfect. 4-4 from the line tonight. He's up in the double digits, 10 points for Devion Bickham. He's just 5 points away from his career high. 71-59, Buffalo's back up by 12. 3:16 left in the game. Jensen, top of the key, takes the straightaway 3. Got it! They have been awesome from 3-point distance tonight, 10 of 23. Again, they were just 29% from 3 back at Coweta. 71-62, bounce pass right wing to the high post. Pouncil down to the baseline. Bickham feeds it back, stolen by Jensen. It's a 9-point game, but Coweta has still plenty of time. This pass is tipped straight to Brandon Smith with his 5th steal of the game. Smith down the floor over to to Rodney Washington, who goes right around a Coweta defender and scores to get McAlester back up by 11 points. 2:40 left in the game.
And Rodney Washington now with 11.
Just about to say that. Jensen, left wing, guarded up by Smith, backs into him, pass to the near corner. Green tries driving baseline on Pouncil. Into the baseline, 2 is up and good. Tigers are still just scoring with authority. McAllister's got to keep up. 2:27 left in the game. Coach Watson calls that timeout. He'll have 1 remaining. 73-64. McAlester leads here on KNED.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444585. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks. Or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57,605. Bighorn 76,645.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. The Buffaloes lead 73-64. The Tigers already 12 points over their season high at 52 points. Their season high in regulation was 49 before tonight, so they're 15 points over that. The Tigers have been great from 3. They've been great from 2. It's been a high-scoring game between these two teams, and a game that just won't end. The Buffaloes have to keep scoring to be able to keep the Tigers from getting back to making this a tie game. Right wing, McAlester leads by 9, 73-64. 2:10 left in the game. Cross-court pass to Smith. Left wing, Smith Back over to the right front court. McAlester kind of playing keep away here. McAlester has 4 timeouts remaining. Coweta has 1. Bounce pass back over to Washington. Washington dribbles to the right wing. Again, some Coweta players are in foul trouble, so McAlester trying to force Coweta to foul them. To the far corner, back over to Washington. Again, there's no shot clock in basketball, in high school basketball, as we had 2 batted passes that somehow found its way back to Rodney Washington. Coach Dooney says, I got 4 timeouts, might as well use one of them. We'll take it with him. 1:45 left in the game, 73-64. McAlester leads by 9 here on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
McAlester Buffaloes lead by 9 with 1:45 left in the game. The Coweta Tigers have had their best shooting night of the season, as we mentioned. So the Buffaloes okay with holding on to the ball for a little while, not turning it over, forcing them to send McAlester to the free throw line. But the Buffaloes on the season are a 67% free throw shooting team. Here's a pass across the half-court line. Davian Pouncil with the ball, double-teamed near the far sideline. Pouncil gives it to Smith. Smith lobs it over to the top of the key, and now they're able to clear it. Still double-teamed is Dooney. Dooney in trouble, and there's going to be a tie ball here, and it's going to go to the Tigers. So the Tigers get the ball back, who have been able to score very well. Jensen has been fantastic in the fourth quarter. Tigers are trying to get the Buffaloes into the corners to be able to have a double team, forcing McAlester to make uncharacteristic passes and decisions. Jensen right wing. Jensen back over to Green. Green driving to the near corner. Meadows for 3. Too strong. Flying in for the board is Davian Pouncil. 1:20 left in the game. McAlester wants to slow things down, but at the same time, they don't want to turn the ball over like they did last time. They lob it all the way over to Dooney. Dooney can give it over to Washington, left front court. Washington, bounce pass back over to Smith. Lobbing back over to Washington. Here the half-court line, pass high post, back out to the right front court. Smith lobbing back to Pouncil, far corner. Back to Bickham. Again, just playing keep away right now, but Buffalo's up by 9 with less than a minute left.
Taking time off that clock.
And they gave it back up to the Tigers. McNack with the steal. McNack near corner. Backpedaling on up, 45 seconds left. A pivotal possession here for the Tigers if they want to come back from this game. Pass to the right wing. Back into the corner. McNack for 3. Got it! It's a 6-point game. 73-67. This was a 16-point game to begin the quarter.
Now 11 of 25 from 3 are the Tigers.
Washington driving in. Washington lost the ball, but did we have a foul first? We did. Whoo! That was almost another steal. 27 seconds left. Don't know who the foul was on, though. Okay, looks like the foul was on number 5, Josiah Green, just his second personal. Bickham will inbound, lobbing it over to Rodney Washington with less than 30 seconds left. They just got to hold on for less than 30 seconds. Smith left front court. Smith double-teamed. And did Coach Dooney call a timeout first? We have a stoppage here. Dooney's has 3 timeouts remaining. No, there's a foul first, off ball. Caden Meadows had the foul, his first personal. 20 seconds left in the game. And we have 2 new players coming in for Finley and for, I think that's McNack that also checks out. Nips comes back in. And so does Bell, and then Coach Dooney will call his timeout. So the Buffaloes lead by just 6. 20 seconds left in the game, 73-67. We'll take another break and be back on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Between the Coweta Tigers and the Lady Tigers, they have hit a combined 24 threes tonight. The Coweta Tigers have needed to do that. They only shot 29% from three against McAlester back in Coweta, but tonight they have been much, much better. It's a 6-point game. It was a 16-point game to begin the fourth quarter, but the Tigers have been able to force their way back into it. There's 4 fouls on the Tigers, so one more since McAlester to the free throw line. McAllister's been careless with the ball for the last about minute and a half, just at times, but those times have led to Tiger points nearly every time. Dooney will inbound, trying to find an open man. Can't find anyone. Bounce passes it over to Pouncil. Pouncil with 18 seconds will be fouled. And now 2 free throws are coming up for Davian Pouncil.
Davian Pouncil from the line so far, 5 of 6 tonight.
Fouls on Josiah Green, his 3rd personal. Just 1 free throw made here will give McAlester a 3-possession lead, which is huge with 17 seconds left. If he cannot make one of these, then it gets interesting. And he misses the first. They're all kind of on pins and needles here. So still no one down low to rebound for McAlester. Big second free throw coming up for Davian Pouncil. It's in the air. He got it, though. It's a 7-point game. Big time free throw made. Makes it a 3-possession game.
Davian Pouncil has 26 points tonight, by the way.
Jensen across half-court line over to Green. Green driving in. Up on Bickham, scores. 8 seconds left. That makes it a 5-point game. But still enough time to do something here. Coweta will call their final timeout. 74-69. Buffaloes lead the Tigers. We'll be back in just a moment here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Now we celebrate.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. From now until the end of January, we are celebrating 10 years of serving and being a part of your community. We'll be running some of our biggest sales and service specials ever, so if you need a vehicle for the family, a truck for your business, or some economical transportation, we have it for you. So come make it happen at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula at our 10-year anniversary sale.
Buffaloes lead by 5 with 8 seconds left. What's important here is that the McAlester Buffaloes do not turn the ball over. That's really the only way that the Tigers can win this game still. Inbounding the ball will be Rodney Washington. On the floor with him is Brandon Smith, Devion Bickham, Davian Pouncil, and Alex Dooney. So Rodney will get to travel the length of the baseline, looking for an open man. Still looking. We'll lob it out now over to Bickham. Bickham's got the ball with 7 seconds. Bickham is pushed with 5. I don't know. It took a little while for McAlester to start moving on that inbound, but Bickham did get the ball with 5 seconds left. And 2 free throws will be coming up for Devion Bickham. The foul was on number 15, Nate Nips, his 5th personal foul, so he is done. They can get to really play with one of their starters for the majority of the second half because he had 4 in the first half, I believe. So if Bickham can make both of his free throws, it's a 3-possession game is over. It's still a long shot for Coweta to come back now that he's at the free throw line with 5 seconds left, but still can happen. First free throw is good by Bickham. He's been great at the free throw line. He's up to 11 points tonight, and McAlester now leads by 6. One more free throw, no matter what, should ice it. Can Bickham do it? No, not yet. Off the back iron. Still a long shot, but Jensen's going to give it his best shot. Right front court 3 at the near buzzer is going to be missed. Green got the ball back, but can't make the shot, and that will be the end of the ball game. Well, Coweta made it interesting. Coweta was shooting the ball extremely well tonight, but so was the McAlester Buffaloes. They were able to bring it from a 16-point deficit down to a 4, but McAlester was able to win this one at a final score of 75-69. So, ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. The McAlester Buffaloes are back in the win column. They improved to 6-5 on the year, and they're back in the top half of the 5A4 standings to improve to 4-4 in the 5A4 standings. The Coweta Tigers, they dropped to 3-8, but they feel good about how their offense is moving after not being able to score this many in regulation by far. Again, the last time that they scored this many in regulation, I don't know, but the last time that they had a season high was the last game that they played against Will Rogers. That was 49. That was in regulation. That was the most points they've ever scored in regulation this season. They had 20 more tonight. So, Coweta feels good about where they're moving a little bit forward with their offense. But as far as the McAlester Buffaloes are concerned, they're going to take the win. They're going to back to improve into winning percentage here with a 6-5 record. And we will get ready for our next game tomorrow against the Hugo Buffaloes in a battle of the Buffaloes on the road in their Hugo Festival. We'll talk all about that when we come back, but we'll take a break, one more break, and be back and wrap everything up from here at the McAlester Athletic Center in McAlester, Oklahoma. Again, final score, the boys win 75-69. This is Brandon Green alongside Wyatt Hubbard for K&D Radio of McAlester Buffalo Basketball.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 0014445. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Welcome back to the MAC here in McAlester, Oklahoma. The McAlester Activity Center as the McAlester Buffaloes defeat the Coweta Tigers 75-69. It looked like the Buffaloes were going to run away with it there for a while. But again, the Tigers were very, very good from the field today, and we're going to be talking about it here with your post-game stats, brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, brake work, and heat and air repair. Plus, we do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars to your grandma's cars, we do it all. We sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 2201 North Main Street in McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. Call 918-318-0323. All right, Wyatt, let's look at our final stats from the boys' game.
All right, well, Davion Pouncil had himself a great night. He was your leading scorer, 26 points on 82% shooting from the field, shot 50% from 3 with 2 made threes.
And that was a career high, by the way, for Davion Pouncil at 26 points.
Also went 6 of 8 from the charity stripe. That's good for 75%. Had 5 rebounds, 3 offensive, 2 defensive rebounds. Brandon Smith had 22 tonight on 57% shooting from the field. 5 of 6 from 3. That's good for 83%. Also had a made one from the charity stripe. He was 1 of 1 and also had 2 rebounds, 1 offensive, 1 defensive. Also had 5 steals for Brandon Smith tonight. Rodney Washington, he had 11 points tonight on 5 of 15 shooting. He also had a made 3, 1 of 4, and that's good for 25% from beyond the arc. He also had 8 rebounds, 4 offensive and 4 defensive. He also had 1 block. Devion Bickham, he had, looks like 11 points tonight as well on 23% shooting. 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. That is good for 83%. He also had 8 boards, 5 offensive and 3 defensive. Also 2 steals and 1 block. And Alex Dooney had 3 points tonight, all from the free throw line, 3 of 6. That's good for 50%. He also had 2 boards tonight, and he had 2 steals. And Heel had 2 points tonight on 1 of 3 shooting. He also had 3 boards. That's going to round out your scoring.
All right, now looking at our team stats here.
McAlester Buffaloes, they were 26 of 57 from the field. That is good for 46%. Coweta shot a little bit better, 27 of 56. That is good for 48%. McAlester, they were 8 of 15 from 3. That is good for 53%. Coweta was 11 of 26. That is good for 42%. McAlester was 15 of 21 from the free throw line. That's good for 71%. Coweta was 40% for 10.
It's a totally different game if Coweta makes their free throws.
Yeah. Also, McAlester, 17 offensive boards and 14 defensive boards. That is good for 31 boards overall. Coweta had 13 offensive and 12 defensive. That is good for 25. Looking at steals and turnovers here, looks like McAlester, they had 14 steals. Looks like...
no, they had 10 steals.
They had 10 steals,
Yeah,
yes.
both teams had 10 steals, and both teams had 13 turnovers. It was completely even there.
All right, and also McAlester with 2 blocks to Coweta's 1.
Yep, and so as we get ready for us to wrap up this broadcast, the McAlester Buffaloes are back in the win column. They improved to 6-5 on the year and now 4-4 in district play. We're about to have some more home games. I know that we have another road trip that's going to be in store for us. I know we go to Hugo tomorrow. Then we have the Bridge Creek tournament next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then we go to Broken Bow. But I promise, if you've been wanting to watch the McAlester Buffaloes or the Lady Buffaloes play at the MAC, you're about to get a whole lot of more opportunities. Because after that January 27th game at Broken Bow, we have 6. I'll take that back. We have, 6 of our last 8 games are going to be at home. So a lot of home games are about to be popping up from January 28th to from January 28th to February 18th. That's 6 home games in that span. So a lot of home games, a lot of opportunities to cheer on the Buffaloes and the Lady Buffaloes. But as we get ready to wrap up this game and this broadcast, your final thoughts on the boys' game?
Great win. David Pouncil had himself a great night, and Brandon Smith, what a night to bounce back.
Yeah, Buffaloes needed every bit of it as well, and they ended up taking, again, the final score, 75-69, the win here tonight. So as we get ready for tomorrow's broadcast, again, it'll be at 1:30. 1:30 is the rough estimate. Again, it could always change when it's the Hugo Festival, and tournaments and festivals always could be at different times. But, again, 1:30 is when The Lady Buffaloes are set to take on the Idabel Lady Warriors, and then at 6, the Buffaloes against the Hugo Buffaloes. Those will be on the radio, KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, online at McAllisterRadio.com, and on the KNED tab on that website. Also the KNED app. Just look for the blue logo wherever you get your apps. But until then, Wyatt, thank our sponsors one final time, and we'll wrap it up from here.
They are Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, The Bank N.A., Fenton Nissan, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Patriot, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of McAlester, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Stipe Law Firm, Buck Wilson and Frame and Body Shop. Thank you guys so much for putting us on the air here tonight and all season long.
And a big thank you to our board operator, Brooke Ross, for her work this evening, to Nate Brown for his work on the video production, and thank you, the listener, for spending your Friday night with us. One final time from the McAlester Activity Center, a.k.a. the MAC in McAlester, Oklahoma. The girls lost their game 58-37, but the boys avenged that loss with a 75-69 win over the Tigers. Until tomorrow, when McAlester hits the road to partake in the Hugo Festival, on behalf of Wyatt Hubbard and myself, this is Brandon Green saying, Buffaloes win. And don't just have a great night, have a Buffalo night. Night-night, Harper.